Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'ma tap in for sure.
Tap in.
It's Friday, people.
Oh, yeah. And his mic sounds good. And his microphone sounds amazing.
Oh, immaculate. The microphone is perfection erection. What?
Okay.
It's Friday, baby. It's about to go down. Mike, Shawn, J Black, Shawnee Scott. Listen, people, it's Friday. Download Media Room 360 and make sure you check out the whole thing. Because you get us, I'm going to get everybody on IG Live. But
Adrian! Go ahead.
And the problem is, then we play these clips and y'all can't hear them. So download Media Room 360. Everybody send me the IG Live.
This our doc, our nurse practitioner. Good morning, Sequisa.
Okay,
Good morning.
give me a minute. Give me a minute. I got to grab something right quick. But it was a different intro that I wanted to play this morning, and that's what was taking so
A little
long.
delay. Good morning, Ashley.
I couldn't find it. I'm going to get it and play it so we can actually be.
Well, as long as we got this right here. It's
Well,
Your microphone,
right here.
Your microphone.
My mic is messed up.
There you go. And then you got closer to something better.
Man, I need to bring it closer.
Yeah, get closer to the mic.
Get closer to that mic.
Get closer to the mic, y'all. Right there. Get closer to the mic.
Wait a
Stop
minute.
playing with me. I'm a grown ass man.
Good morning, Shawn.
Shawn
AB.
Robinson.
What
We
up?
love the big homie Shawn Robinson. Everybody on IG Live. Let me see if I can get Jay Black on there because you know he's
IG. Let me
stingy.
see.
You know
Let me
Jay
see.
Black. Jay Black
I'm stingy with my data. No. I gotta unlimited.
All right, y'all. It's Friday. All right, we got Dr. Smith that's going to be on the end of the show. I really think Dr. Smith actually should be on like Monday or Tuesday. But we do him on he comes on Friday because it gets too serious. It's going to get so serious, and I understand so many things that frustrate me. But on a Friday, we want to have fun. Just fun.
We want to have fun.
And
I got something for us to have fun.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You do
Yes,
not.
I do.
No, you do not. No.
Yep.
No, I dare you.
I double dare you.
What?
I got something for us to have
You
a
do
little
not.
bit of fun.
No,
Yeah,
you
this
do
is-
not. No, you do not, Shawnee. No, you
Yeah, I do.
not.
This is what I was trying to play. This
What
right
are you
here.
trying to play? What are you
Let's
trying to
see.
play right now?
Let's see.
Let me see. Let me see. Oh, I'm tapping the mic. What is
Yeah,
Shawnee trying
actually,
to
it's
play?
Friday.
It's Friday.
It's
Michael,
Friday.
Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you
Baby,
laugh.
tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'ma tap in for sure.
Tap in.
Hey, hey, hey,
Oh, that's our intro.
hey, hey.
If you know somebody in jail, put your hands in the air.
If you know somebody in jail.
If your baby mama ain't, put your hands in the air right now. Back. If your mom's taking care of your kids, put your hands in the air right now.
Look, Shawn said, "Buck." He started shooting in the air. Man.
No, that is great. Do it again. No, do it again. No, I got more stuff.
Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where the
the
truth
intro.
hurts, but also makes you
Baby,
laugh.
tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'ma tap in for sure.
Tap in.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you got that PPP loan and you going to jail, make some noise right now.
Hey, and you going to jail?
If your baby father be knocking on the door for no reason, you ain't seen him in 7 years, make some noise right now. Oh, I love this. Hey, all my fellas, if you find out after he was 5 years old and wasn't your kid, make some noise right now.
Oh, that means child support is over. Oh, that means child support is done. As you said, it's against the law. You gotta shake it. You gotta wiggle it when that comes on. That's funny. It's a law.
Goodness God! Let me get y'all an IG. Oh, that is hilarious! I love that, Shawnee Scott.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Dude ain't supposed to say, I love that. Pause. But I do. That was amazing. I love that situation right there. Shawnee, let's get you on here. Jay Black, how was your night last night?
What up? Last night was
obviously you breathed and
I was breathing. Life is good. I feel bad for Kathy and her Baltimore Ravens. I was watching a little football last night. The Ravens let the Miami Dolphins destroy them all game, which was
Jay
weird.
Black, Jay.
What I miss? What did they come back in the last minute? And I went.
Listen, Jay.
Did I miss something? Because the game was over at 15.
I played draft. Kings, Lamar Jackson, the op was 240 yards.
Passing or rush? Well, got to be passing.
Passing. No, it's passing. It's passing. It was 238, and they were at the 8-yard line.
All you needed was one little dump off.
Dog, all you got to do is look. I'm not making this up. It was he's at 238 yards.
Okay, 2 more yards.
I bet $100. He's at 238 yards.
And then 8-yard line. What happened?
And he throws an interception. And now the game's out of control. Like the game's done.
It's over. It was garbage time at that point.
Jay Black. It's 2 yards, my dude. Oh, he didn't take it serious, Jay. He didn't take it serious.
He knew the line.
He knew the game was over. But he knew the game was over. I want you to watch, Jay. I want you to YouTube.
Watch that. I thought something crazy happened in the onside. I said
it was 2 yards. All he had to do was toss the ball. He was so. Oh my God! Oh my God! I know we're supposed to not have the curses.
The betting, huh?
Oh, I don't fuck with Lamar Jackson. Oh, Jay, there were mad people open. People were open all over the field.
But just think about all the people that bet the under. So they were super excited. So those people they made their bread. So it's the other side of it.
I was so heated, and I'm sitting here living in the vagina monologues. So all the girls and my wife is upstairs, and I'm trying not to, and I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff. Like I'm cleaning stuff, like I'm putting light bulbs up and everything like that. I'm like, when he does that, I said, you gotta be kidding me right now. like, listen, I don't want to sound like some type of derelict that's gambling, but it's 2 yards.
2 more.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2 yards. Garbage you can walk 2 yards right now. Right now. Boom. Just take 2 steps.
Boom, boom. Done. Done. Good morning, Jeanette Rochelle.
Happy Friday, y'all.
Happy Friday. It's Friday. Yes, it's happy time, Mike. You gotta just I feel like I need that.
Dog, if I could beat Lamar Jackson, if I could beat him in a fight, I'd punch him in his face right
over.
now. I could. No, but he did the way he did it. Like, you ever be frustrated? Like, matter of fact, Shawnee, you ever frustrated and you just do something like on some frustration thing? He threw the pass on some I'm so sick of, like.
The game's over. They still got me out here in garbage time. I'm a superstar.
Wait. I gotta start watching football. I don't watch football.
Hold on. Kathy said Lamar kept throwing bad passes. Kathy was watching the.
Yeah, she's a Ravens fan.
Yeah,
she said the offensive line they couldn't even protect them.
No, but
defense as usual. Usually Baltimore defense is pretty solid. I would have bet money on their defense. The whole Miami.
Odell Beckham is with the Rams now.
Yeah, ODB. OG
is about to go down. All right. So how was your night, Jay?
My night was good. Good morning, Jacqueline. Jacqueline's up early with us this morning. Early.
Hey, Jacqueline.
Night was good. Everything was good. Family's good. I'm trying to think. Wife came home, surprised everybody with Chick-fil-A. I was like, wow, okay, that was nice.
Hey,
it's always a treat. You get
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. That's a treat. But yeah, everything was good.
Shawnee, how was your night?
I actually finished watching The Harder They Fall.
The Harder They Fall.
How'd you like it?
You know what? I liked it. It was the ending was unexpected. The ending was so unexpected.
The Harder They Fall.
Yep. So you watched it.
I thought it was gonna go at all.
So you absolutely watched it. Yep, you absolutely did.
The
So
Harder They Fall. I gotta check
it's
this
a
out.
black western. It's so dope.
A western?
So dope. Yes.
Yep.
Oh, like the Cowboys
and I was so happy to see what's his name, Lakeith, in it, because for a while I was worried about him. I'm like, well, is he gonna recover from the Black Messiah? But he was still, crazy in this one too.
No, he's still crazy. He's an excellent, he's an amazing actor.
And I sent my request to him.
I know
IG.
you. Oh,
no,
good,
IG
good.
or IG. She's talking about IG, Mike.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I thought you sent the request in for him because we need to have him.
Oh, to get on the show. Oh, okay.
Yes.
I'll do that. It's some people that I've
been
working
watch
on.
Again. Oh, is it a movie or is it a series?
It's a series, movie. Jay. No,
it's a movie.
I thought it was a series. Oh no, it was a movie.
It's a movie.
My bad. Yeah, it's a movie. You have to watch.
Yeah,
you have to watch.
Regina King's in it. Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
that's a familiar name. You said a western. No, I'm thinking I don't like the old westerns type movie.
You would like this one, Jay, because I went into it kind of like.
Oh, he tapping the mic. Let me hear.
There goes the bullshit because Jay is not open to anything. Dog,
western.
Black cowboys were the original cowboys. Like, listen, I'm Puerto Rican, and I'm sitting here telling y'all, black people are the original everything.
He's right.
Like, literally, all these cowboys were black.
Yeah, is it a black cast? It was all clear people. Yeah,
I mean,
I was thinking that.
It's some white people. It's some white people in it.
Yes, that they're trying to kill. Like people.
I don't tell the movie. It's some white people in it.
Yeah,
but
all right.
But
the harder they fall. Is it Netflix? Is it Hulu? Is it Paramount?
Netflix. Jay, you will love this fucking movie.
Right. Yep, I'm gonna make it a point though. Wait, as a series or a movie?
We keep telling you it's a movie.
It's a movie. That was my bad in the beginning. That was my bad. It's a movie. The Harder They Fall is dope. Regina King, your gangster. First of all, the fact that you directed it and that your gangster is so dog. I was like literally as I'm watching the movie, I'm applauding. I was on a plane when I was watching the first like 25, 30 minutes. And I'm like, oh, I love the fact that y'all made this damn movie. I love it. Now, Idris, we rock with you. I'm just so tired of y'all London dudes being able to do everything. I'm tired of y'all being able to have every accent. Like y'all can do New York accents, Boston accents. Y'all can do LA accents. Snowfall, the lead actor, is from. Yeah, but I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. Like I'm jealous. Well, I'm jealous. I'm jealous because Snowfall.
Okay, all right, that's a better word.
I'm jealous. My bad. But I'm thinking there's something going on where y'all getting paid less. Tam, what's good?
And did you see the Chadwick Boseman?
Yes, the train.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's cool. They put him in it.
I missed it in the beginning, and until I saw the Instagram post, and then I was like, wait a second. I said, for real? And I went back, and I was like, wow, I didn't even notice that. Jay, it's violent.
I'm on it. You said when you said Western, I immediately it just was a turn off as soon as you said Western. But I'm gonna give it a shot. I didn't want to give Squid Games a shot, and I end up sticking through the first 45 minutes and loving that. So
it's violent. It's a love story. It's everything in one. It's everything in one. It's
and the main actress is Regina King. Regina Hall. Wait, Regina King. One of the
no. I wouldn't say she's the main actress. But they're like. Well, I guess she's in the top three.
Yeah, actress. She
Yes.
would be her and the other lady that played.
The other lady on the toaster.
Oh,
What's
the
her
light
setting?
skin. The light skin.
Yeah, the light skin lady.
The light skin girls, though.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't have said that.
She's on the toaster for you.
She's on the low settings of the toaster.
Yeah, she's on the settings of 1.
And she the only one in there like that.
Oh, is she? Yeah.
Tam said, but Idris is fine.
He is.
That's
I didn't
not
realize he was
what I would be looking for.
Until he was standing next to
He's
Regina
not that
King.
tall. He's not that tall.
6'2", and
no,
Regina
he's not
King.
that tall.
Regina King is my height, so 6'2" to me is tall. And
That's
then Deion Cole is in it too. And oh my God, his character was hilarious.
Hold up, Deion Cole, somebody who I have performed with, and we both got bootlegged on this one video. I'm so proud of Deion Cole.
Yes, he did an amazing job.
Like when he's in. All right, maybe I shouldn't say this because Jay.
He's
actually.
Hey, Shania.
Okay,
y'all say hey to Shania. That's my hairstyle.
Hey,
Shania, what up? What up? Oh, that's the Shawn that came to the comedy show.
No,
no, that was
next to
Breakfast
Brothers.
Yeah. Shania, what up, girl?
What up? What up?
Shout out to fancythings.com. That's her
nice.
website.
That's she the one got you. She be having your hair all curled up, looking fly. Okay,
yeah, she got it. She got it. You know, all me. I don't have no tracks in. She won't put none in. I asked her to. She was like, no.
So Mike, go ahead.
What was I saying?
Feel your thought. You was about to say something
Deion
sentimental.
Cole,
Deion Cole. I performed with him. So he has this scene. He's like the Suge Knight, and he's basically the sheriff, right?
Okay.
And he has a scene.
Harder they fall. Okay.
Well, he's literally he's talking, and you think
when he eating his
you think he's talking to somebody. And you think he's really going at somebody, and he looks fierce. He looks like he's dangerous. Come to find out, he's just practicing. And the camera goes back, Regina King. Goddamn, girl. And the camera falls back, and you realize that this dude is scared, and he's practicing when somebody, when the people come approach him, he's actually trying to act it out. And he's eating
that was
this.
One of the funniest parts of the movie.
It's amazing.
I'm so and it grabs you from the beginning. So the harder they fall on Netflix, it grabs you from the beginning, right? It hooks you.
It grabs you. Well, Jay, your beginning is different from everybody else's beginning because
I just need to be entertained for the door.
Because you gotta have patience, dog. You gotta have 20 minutes of patience. But the fact that Deion Cole did the scene and the cameras fall back, and now when the cameras are on him, you're like, this dude is talking gangster. He talking slick. He is really on some old. And then when the cameras fall back, all it takes is like 3 feet, and you realize this dude is trying to practice.
Yeah.
But when they run up on him.
Can you get Deion Cole on the show?
I have a number. And Deion Cole's always been cool. So I do have a number and try it. But now Deion Cole's on another level, I should say, and I'm like, I think
he wasn't just comedian acting; he was acting.
No, he was
like he put his whole foot in it. I was like, oh, okay, Deion.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
And and he put a whole Instagram post out to Regina and everybody over there. He was like, yo, thank you for allowing me to attempt to do this and seeing me bigger than just a comedian. So shout out to Jay. You gotta watch.
I'm on it. I
watch Squid Games. You gotta watch it.
Yeah, and Deion Cole should be at the LOL in Dallas, the one that you have in Dallas.
Oh, I would love to have Deion Cole, but
what?
Who gonna put this money up? Who gonna put this money up?
Can we get a GoFundMe going so we can get Deion Cole shots?
I'm laughing at Shawn. Shawn said Mike looked to the side like he looking for the phone, like his phone number in the room over there. I think his phone number right over here. I got his number.
Right here.
I got Deion Cole, Michael Blackson. I got Lil Duval.
Yeah, we should start reaching out. No, I know.
All right, what are we doing, y'all? What are we doing?
Oh, you know what? We might be able to make that happen. I'll talk to you after the show because I got a phone call yesterday and somebody got some money they want to spend. We just got to figure out how to spend it.
Cool. That's always a good thing.
Yo, Shawnee is
money, like some racks, like 60 of them.
Shawnee is Yo, Shawnee is the girlfriend that you just started drug dealing, and she sees it's going well. Like she sees the whole thing is going well, and Shawnee's the one person that'll get you killed because Shawnee's like, all right,
I get you killed though.
Shawnee's the one who's like, well, take it, go get the plug, go overstep them, get the plug, and Shawnee get you killed. Like,
yeah, I would be like that. I'd be like, wait a minute, why are we dealing with him? We can just go.
Jesus,
right here.
Oh my God! All right,
get them.
I'll
go do it.
I know.
Like this the plan. Okay, you say this, and I'm gonna say this, and they're gonna think I'm sweet and innocent. So they're not really gonna be thinking about me. But meanwhile, I'm over here making this deal, and then we straight.
And then we're dead. All right.
Good morning, Afro Queen. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
All right, Jay Black. Where are we going now? We got some clips. We got clips that we sent Shawnee.
Oh yeah.
Black Mile Break or
so,
Afro Queen. What's going on? It's Friday.
You have the little boy and no black pastors. Why don't we ask the audience? Do y'all want to go with no black pastors or no homework?
I don't know what either is, so
I know.
Let me guess. Thing. Oh, no black.
Do the no black pastors, even though I know Dr. Smith is coming on, so I know it is going to be serious. So I'm not even going to take.
What he's saying that not to have a black pastor?
Play the
no
clip.
Black pastors. Okay, here's the clip.
There's only so many pastors they can have, and if their pastor's Al Sharpton right now, that's fine. But then that's it. We don't want any more black pastors coming in here. Or other Jesse Jackson, whoever was in here earlier this week, sitting with the victim's family.
Oh,
all right. So that's Kyle. What's his name? Rittenhouse, the young man who went over there with a AR-15 and shot 3 people, and he's 15 when he shot him.
And is that the one on the street that was walking down the street doing it?
Yes, he had it right around him, and it was like.
And the cops let him go, and now he was just.
And they gave him water. They gave him water. They gave him a bottle of water and stuff like that. So
And LeBron had posted about him crying, but yet not crying. So and that was the team, and they were just saying we don't want activists around the trial.
No black pastors. No black pastors coming in there. As Al Sharpton came, Jesse Jackson came, and it's a black man sitting in the corner. You can't see it.
And let's be clear, Jesse Jackson is like 100,000 years old.
Is he a pastor?
Yeah. Jesse Jackson is just coming in to support. He's not coming in to like pop off.
Mm-hmm.
But play this white man again. Just please play it again.
There's only so many pastors they can have. And if their pastor's Al Sharpton right now, that's fine. But then that's it. We don't want any more black pastors coming in here. Or other Jesse Jackson, whoever was in here earlier this week, sitting with the victim's family.
Now, like normal, we always talk about our show. We allegedly. So sometimes we say things and then we have to immediately retract. And I like to thank my research department, aka Lady Q. That was from the Ahmaud Arbery case, not the Kyle Rittenhouse case. So this was Ahmaud Arbery.
Yes.
Ahmaud Arbery.
That was.
Yeah. So, but either way, it's still racist. it's still a problem. That's the one with all the
because we can't keep up. We can't keep up with black people getting killed.
Yeah.
We can't keep up with them. Kyle Rittenhouse is the dude who sat up there. Dog, there's somebody on my Instagram that I have not replied to. With the fake crying. And the judge said, we need to take a break. A break from what? A break from a white boy literally go, and his mom sits there and does the same thing in the courtroom. Are you kidding me right now? You was walking around and you killed 3 people. And somebody on my IG Live said 2 things. Would you have posted this if they weren't white? No, bitch, I wouldn't have posted it because if anybody other than a white person had been on that stand, they wouldn't have wasted their tears because they knew they were doing 15 years in jail. Then the other one was there was some other thing on IG Live that just killed. I'm like, dog, you literally got the cops to co-sign you. Mm-hmm. The cops co-signed you. Mm-hmm. You 3 people, 2 people who died, 1 person was injured. Then another. Oh, this was an IG Live. Well, there was another person who pulled a gun on him. It was Shawn Robinson. No, it's Reverend
Jesse Jackson.
Somebody said, well, he pulled the gun. Somebody pulled the gun on him. And I'm like, but the person that pulled the gun, he died. And the white boy had the gun illegally. No matter what you did, you had an AR-15 illegally. And you killed 2 people and wounded 1. Man, it's Friday. I ain't fucking with y'all.
Okay. Well, you want to do homework? You want to go to the homework? Go to
the homework.
Wait, you finished? You finished going there? Yo, I guess we're saving for Dr. Smith.
I'm just so exhausted.
Frustrated. Yeah.
Okay.
Dog, you know what? It's the common sense where you like, dog. Like when somebody says on Instagram, "Would you have posted that if he wasn't white?" No, because a black Hispanic person wouldn't even waste those fucking tears because they know it's a wrap. They know it's over. And his decrepit mom is sitting there crying at the same damn time. They were like, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3. It was the worst acting job in the history of the world.
And this with the Rittenhouse guy, the crying but with no tears. I saw LeBron took some heat for posting about that. LeBron James finally spoke up.
None of us believe this shit. None of us. Dog, they said there's a Bubba. Oh my God. I am not making this up. Y'all can research this. The defense attorney. Oh, number 1, the dude is broke, but somehow or another he got somebody who worked on the OJ case to work for him.
Yeah, they said he got a jury consultant who manages the jury.
How'd you get that money? How'd you get that money?
I saw that on
fucking
CNN.
Racist. Listen,
people putting it up, people backing him. What do you mean? White people got his back. They want him to get off on that.
They got his back, and I'm sitting there going, "Okay, we got it. Oh boy, I'm just trying to.
Okay, let's reset. It's Friday.
Yeah, I'll let please play me dance. Please do something.
Take it from the top.
Let's reset.
Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you
Baby,
laugh.
tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you wanna be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'm gonna tap in for sure.
Tap in.
Everybody, if you trying to have reckless sex tonight, make some noise right now. Reckless sex.
Reckless.
If you pulling out tonight, let's go. If you cheat on somebody tonight, let's go.
If you trying to catch herpes tonight, what are we doing?
No, I'm not playing with you. If you trying to put in the butt by mistake, All right, stop.
On IG, y'all can't hear. We got music playing.
We got music playing.
Yeah.
Jesus. It is so like.
Jacqueline said that's why she don't watch the news. It's Friday. She's want to have fun.
But you have to. Just not on Friday. You have to.
You got to know what's going on. Yeah.
Oh my God! This is when black people start burning shit down. They're like, oh my God, why are they so angry?
Looters, the rioters.
Mm-hmm.
Why are they so angry? But the only thing is, like, Black and Hispanic people burn stuff down in their own. Like when white people start getting their neighborhood burnt down, which I want to tap the mic because I live in one of those white neighborhoods. So let me know when you're gonna do it. Like, let me know so I can.
Somebody give me the heads up.
So I can get
So
let
you
me
can
know.
get out. Okay.
So we can get the hell out of here. They're like, yo, we about to burn it down. Okay, cool, good looking. We about to be out of here. So, I mean, we can. I got insurance on everything else, but I need to be out. It is so frustrating, dog. It is so frustrating. And you try and just like you try and do Happy Friday shows and stuff like that. And Dr. Smith will come on here, and Dr. Smith will articulate
break
it
it down
in a way that is higher than mine. But it's just like y'all motherfuckers are disgusting.
Yeah, we never got into that topic right before. It was one thing that me and my wife in her little groups that she be on, they was debating. So what happened was, just to refresh your memory, it was a married couple, right? They separated.
Yeah,
they're separated, no longer together. So they move on. So now the husband now has a new chick that he's dating. They're still legally married, but he's dating. He got his new girlfriend, but he started also smashing a wife again. And it was a big debate about who was wrong. So like they're still technically married, but they separated, and this is new girl. Is the wife now
he
the
had
new
the
side
new
chick?
girl, and he was hitting the new girl that came.
That's his
the
new
wife
girlfriend.
became
He's
the
dating.
side chick,
Yes,
and then he came back.
And they was trying to figure out who was wrong. And it's like, well, that's still her husband. And the people said, no, she's the smut, knowing that he got somebody else. And it became really hectic. And I was like, wow, I don't even have a position yet. Who's right, who's wrong? And then Shawn,
he had a position. Shawnee, what do you think? What do you think, Shawnee?
The side chick is wrong.
Who's the side?
Who's the side chick?
Because he's dating homegirl,
not the wife. No, the new.
He left the wife. They separated.
No. Until a man goes down there and file them papers and gets a divorce, no.
So you want to? Okay.
They'll play that game.
But
they'll play that game all day long. Be married. If they don't want to be with you, then they will get a divorce. They will go and physically file the papers and get it done so they can be through with you and really move on with their life. If they, waiting on you to do it, they don't really want a divorce.
All right, so
no, and then he was wrong because he shouldn't have brought nobody else in. Take care of your business first.
It's nothing but the man being wrong. You ain't mentioned one. You ain't mentioned one vagina being wrong.
Take care of all your business.
Bitch being wrong. You ain't mentioned one.
The side chick wrong. The girl.
She the wrong. But they're in a relationship now. They're in a relationship.
But he's still married.
We're not married.
Don't
Shawnee.
fall for the banana in the tailpipe.
We're
if
not
a
married.
man is still married or a woman still married, no, they are.
We're
They're not divorced.
No,
yet.
we're not. We're not.
They're not divorced yet.
I don't come to bed to. I don't come.
No,
see you.
he said that they were still sleeping together.
No,
he
they were married. They separated. So Shawn, if me and you married, Shawn, if me and you married, now we going out. We realize this ain't working. We going our separate ways. I meet Sexy Mo. Now me and Sexy Mo dating. This is my new girl. We still legally married, man.
How do you get the fuck everybody on the show like that? Like that's disrespectful.
And he got a wife.
How do you get to knock off everybody?
That was funny.
No, but that's okay. So
real
life.
Man.
Real life.
Shawnee, real life. Shawnee, real life. This is real life, Shawnee. I left.
Yeah, so
I left. I ain't seen you. I ain't been in your bed in 7 months.
Morning,
I done rolled out and I'm living somewhere else.
14.
Stop playing that marriage stuff. It's over.
Okay, it's been 7. Listen, if it's been 7 months, because the cooling off period ain't nothing but 60 days. So then you should have had the paperwork done, and we should be getting ready to go sign these papers for this to be over if that's really what you want. But Jay said the wife and the husband still hook up.
But the wife knew that she had somebody. The wife knew that he got this new girl.
Listen to what you saying. It's like you saying the wife. She's the wife.
Honey,
she's the wife.
honey,
she is the wife. She's not.
If you're the wife.
girlfriend.
You know I've been smashing out, and I stopped by.
You probably was smashing out while we was living in the same
so I
house.
stopped by after like whatever amount of months. I stopped by, and you let me get some.
Yeah, but if you really want to be
horny.
done, no. But if you really want to be done, then be done with the person. That's my opinion. Be done with him. If you done with him, be done with him. Don't be over there smashing. You got a new girl, then be over there with your new girl.
So why you let me smash?
Nah, I ain't letting you smash.
No, I'm saying hypothetically. When I did, Shawnee is playing.
Hold
on. Shawnee is playing the role of a dumb bitch. Right? Shawnee Scott.
Morning,
this is not Shawnee Scott. Shawnee Scott is playing the role of the dumb bitch, trying to act as if there's something going on. So Jay Black.
No, Shawnee, her thought process is as long as you're legally married on paper.
Bring the story.
So the story is this: there's a married couple that's separated. They're no longer together. So the husband now moves on and finds a new girl that he's dating. That's his new boo. That's his girl. They rocking together. They're in a relationship, but he's still legally married to to his current wife, who they begin smashing again secretly. And the question was online was who was wrong. The wife knows he got this new girl, so he's keeping the of course that he's smashing the current wife from his new boo thing. But you're saying it's the new girlfriend's fault, knowing that he still was legally married, even though they're not together.
Shawnee, you don't believe that?
Wow. Yes, I do, because he should take care of his business.
He broke up with his wife. He broke up with her.
No, he ain't broke. They took a break. That's all. They still married.
The only person that should be mad, the only person that should be mad is the new girlfriend. Y'all two used car dealership. Y'all back to the old school vagina. The one person that was brand new that was trying to set something different is the new girlfriend. And then the dude and the ex-wife, y'all full of shit because y'all tried to act like y'all was breaking up, but y'all not.
Exactly, and that's why the new girl should have said, you know what, you got a little bit too much going on in your life.
The new girl,
holler at me when you get your shit
so
straight.
You agree the new girl did nothing wrong?
Yes, she did. She did. He's married.
My God.
Married.
They have been broken up for months.
I don't care. He is still married, and until he go take care of that. I mean, what is this? The only nigga she can get? I mean, for real. She can't talk to nobody else.
But if you're separated, you're separated. We can be legally married on paper, but we're not together, Shawnee. You can that's real.
Then fix it.
Fix what? Either fix the fact that you're
get the divorce, get the papers.
What if they don't have the money? What if they don't have the money?
You get whatever you want to do.
What if they don't have the money to make it happen?
It don't cost that much. You can file yourself. Y'all ain't got to go back and forth through all that arguing. $287, you get it done in Texas.
What if he doesn't have it? Guys,
he ain't got a job if he ain't got $287. You can save $287 over. You know what? So 2 weeks.
I think Shawn Robinson said the guy is wrong. He said basically the husband is wrong for cheating with his wife, not on his wife.
Lord have mercy.
Yo, Shawn Robinson, shut the fuck up.
What?
Lord have mercy.
You confusing motherfucker.
Yeah, right. I had to fall away. He's wrong for cheating with his wife.
Shawn Robinson, tell us where we can send the link to you so you can get a square. God damn it. You got to explain this. You more confusing than goddamn Shawnee right now.
No, that is not confusing. It's
you are confusing.
Listen,
you wives don't take no responsibility. The relationship is over, and then you let him come back.
We're still, still married.
Oh my God,
we're still married,
Shawnee. We're not.
We are still married. We are still
so married. Technically, wait. So my wife,
you drop dead, I'm the one that get the benefits, not your girlfriend.
No, not the way I set my account up. Not the way I set my account up.
Your girlfriend gets nothing, and I can go to court and contest
Shawnee,
it because I'm your wife. I'm your wife. Well, then make it over.
But why can't you understand that we're not together?
No, but you coming over here trying to hit. So
Shawnee, we're not. But you allowed me to get back in the.
But you came over here.
I don't like this whole thing.
You came over here.
Okay, hypothetically speaking,
come over here.
My name
coming over here snooping around, trying to see what I got up in my bed now, and then trying to put yourself in the situation. Now stay over there with your little girlfriend and go get your divorce.
Okay, well, my name from here on out, my name is Pierre. My name is Pierre. Okay. So when we had this conversation, I'm tired of saying I'm having sex with you. I'm tired of
I know we got too many rumors about us.
I'm tired of saying it. So, okay. So, Pierre, this is your fault that we were done, and then you allowed me to stop by and let me ride up in you. We're not together. You know we're not together. We ain't been together for 6 months, and we ain't got to do the divorce stuff. You know in reality, not the white man's world. In reality, you know we not together.
You know that too. So why you riding up in me?
Because you allow me to, Pierre.
The husband, that's what Sequisa said. Shawn Robinson, the husband is doing what they allowing him to do.
So
you let me, you threw up them thighs.
In this. You say
what?
You have no self-control, Pierre.
No, Pierre is saying that I'm not with you. We had sex again, but I'm not with you. And you know we not together, and you know we not together no more. You know you slipped up, and I slipped up. It has nothing to do with anything. Like, we're done.
Yeah, but you know this too, Pierre. You know that you should have controlled yourself from the door, and you shouldn't have came over here talking about reconciliation and let's do this and let's do that, knowing that you.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say reconciliation. I didn't say that. But Pierre didn't say that. Pierre said, you look nice. I love your upper body, and we had sex. Nobody said we were getting back together again.
But that shouldn't have happened. If we're not together, we're not together.
So why you let it happen?
Why did you let it happen?
Because you had a fat ass.
Nah, see that ain't. But the girlfriend got that too.
Jacqueline says, Shiny, the wife is wrong. Yes, Mike, the new girlfriend is innocent because she's innocent. She don't know. You telling me you're no longer with this person, you're getting a divorce, you moving on. So the girlfriend is innocent in all of this, right, Shani? Is the girlfriend innocent?
Not innocent. She knows that this man.
What did she do wrong?
He's married. I mean, why do you have to get with a married man?
He's been separated for like 6 months, and they got together.
I don't care if he's been separated 10 years.
I don't like my name. I don't like my name, Pierre.
In 10 years, he couldn't go get the divorce. Just get the divorce. Why are you hanging on to that? No, that's a way.
There have been people who have been separated for 10 years. Like, come on, Shawnee. You know, 10 years. We're not.
I mean, I know I was separated from the girls there for I don't know. I think 2 or 3 years before we.
If we separated for 5 years, Shawnee, you know we done.
I mean, but I wanted the divorce, so I'm the one that.
I'm talking about me and my sparkling personality. No, I'm playing. Listen,
Afro Queen said, "When is the man wrong for being messy?"
Exactly. He needs to. The
just man is wrong.
Business. The man. If y'all not together, then start the process. Do what's necessary to break away from this woman, so you can really say.
Yeah, Shiny been through it, Stacey. That's what it is. I think Shiny lived this. That's what I think it is.
The man is wrong.
Because when they dad, he had girlfriends when we was married. He had girlfriends when we separated, and it was cool. I wasn't doing nothing. You know, hey, just keep them women over there. They don't need to know nothing about me and my kids. So no, it wasn't like that. Like we didn't go through that. Like he wasn't coming back and hitting it and stuff. I wouldn't allow. Now he was trying to, but I'm like, no. You good? You straight?
Sequisa brings up a good point. We're not getting divorced. She says she knows someone who was the girlfriend for 10 years. And when the man died, the wife sat in the front row because technically she's still the wife. She gets the benefit. Technically that's the wife, no matter who they're with. But I get what Mike is saying, Oshani. If I'm with you, I'm with you. We're separated. This little piece of paper is not bonding us together to where I can't move on and we go our separate ways.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Shawnee,
that's why if it's just a little piece of paper, then go take care of the little piece of paper. If it's just
Shawnee,
a little funky piece of paper, why you can't pay the little funky $278 to get it done, Jay?
Okay, Shawnee, you're absolutely right. What you're saying, you have proven your point. But my thing is, in the reality inside the reality. Like you're right about what you said, but the reality is, we not together.
You know it.
We not together, and I happened to stop by for whatever reason, and you were like, I'm gonna let him penetrate me, but we know we not together. We both know, and there have been women who stopped by God's house who have been like, I know I'm not with him, and guys have to be real. We're not together. Like
but why reality. Why do it?
But Shawnee, because we want to come.
Okay, go to your girlfriend. You got a girlfriend.
Yeah, but I want to come
pick
with
up
you.
your stuff, pick your little shirts up.
No, because you stop by. You stop by.
Facial cleansing cloths, and go back to your girlfriend and go get it.
Shawnee,
Go get
I
what
get
you
it.
need.
That's a perfect world, but you know what this is.
No,
But you,
no.
Yeah, you
no,
do. Yeah, you do.
You ain't stopping
Yeah,
over here and going hit it and then go back to some other.
So is the wife? So the wife is wrong then? Like, is the wife is allowing it? She
ain't no side chick. She's the wife.
She is.
She knows.
The paperwork.
She's secretly smashing her husband.
She know he with somebody else,
and the girlfriend knows. And the girlfriend knows that he has.
The girlfriend doesn't know that he's cheating with the wife. She thinking that y'all broke up. Y'all not together.
But he has a wife, not another girlfriend.
Believe you really think this.
It'd be different if they weren't married and he had a girlfriend. Okay, that's one thing. But he got a whole wife that he walked down the aisle.
We've been separated for 8 months.
I don't care how long.
But that's what
it only binds you legally. That paper only binds you legally. I'm not with you.
Then you should be like, you're not gonna be in me.
I mean,
you're with somebody else.
Yeah, I would. I'd be like, nah.
I know, we know you would.
Yeah.
You need a character name. Get a character. You need a character name. You need a character
But that's wrong. That's wrong all the way around.
No, it's not wrong. No, it's not wrong. We're not gonna do this wrong.
He should get a divorce then.
No, the wife shouldn't let him run back up in her.
No, he should get a divorce.
Why don't y'all women take any responsibility for anything?
None.
Anything. Well, the side chick needs to take this.
No, the side
she's
chick
the main girl now.
The side
she
chick
is not the main girl. As long
if
as
I tell you I'm
separated,
I'm separated. I'm with you now. I moved on from her. She was toxic. I moved on. I'm with you.
Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap.
So she's the innocent.
Okay, well, you still married to her. When you gonna divorce her? When you gonna divorce her, Jay, and really make me the main woman?
Well, when that time comes, maybe when you help me file that paperwork, when you help me do that legwork.
I didn't help you marry.
No, I said I'm gonna pay it, but I need you to help me with the paperwork.
No, get you a lawyer. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I know. You drug me into this messy situation. You get me out of it.
You're bugging. You're bugging. You're not.
Wait.
Let me read the comments. You're not being real.
Let me read the comments.
Oh wait, I don't even see.
Y'all are really not married. Y'all don't even. Y'all are not married at all. Y'all have never been around each other ever. My uncle and aunt have been separated for 30 years, and he's been with his girlfriend for years, but she's not she's no dummy. She's no dummy.
The girlfriend is no dummy.
Okay. All right. Calm down. Relax.
What is everyone is cool with the situation? Then no one is wrong.
But
the wife acknowledged that
Will Smith and Jada Pinkett.
Yeah, but she's cheating. No, the wife knows that
somebody upsetting Will Smith and Jada Pinkett. Somebody's feelings hurt.
Good morning, Don.
No, they made a whole corporation off of it. So the wife is messing up the husband and girlfriend's relationship.
That's facts. Whatever. She's the side chick. That is so true. The wife
came to her house. She ain't come over to his house. He came to her house with this mess.
But I can see how this became a big topic and people couldn't figure out who was wrong. It's 3 different parties. No one was able to pinpoint who was technically wrong. If you're separated, you're separated. If you're still legally married, does that really mean that y'all stuck together? You can't date nobody else until you get a divorce.
Okay. I'm just going to speak from my point of view. The minute my wife leaves and she's gone from my house, Stacy, listen to this. Hold up. If you leave and you are gone for more than 24 hours,
damn.
I don't fuck with you ever again. I don't care if we don't get a divorce. Let me tell you. Hold on,
that's too much time. I don't know what happened in them streets. That's way too much. That was a whole power cycle.
My house for 24 hours. I don't care.
I don't F with you.
I don't F with you at all. We are a Rizzy, a rap. You now, you're still a great mom. Stacey, I'm just using you as an example. You're a great mom, but you now belong to the streets.
That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
No, it's
24
not.
hours, Jeanette.
Shawnee, what you've said is ridiculous. This man leaves and they're separated for 7 months. He meets somebody, and you're blaming the girl he meets because he goes back and runs up in the wife, and the wife doesn't have she don't have the common sense to be like, hold up,
got him.
What are you doing?
Either he doesn't need. None of them have. The
girlfriend
ain't got the common sense to be like, okay, you married. It's like what is
wait. He said but Shawnee, he said he's separated.
Separated and divorced are two different things.
Why is the wife letting the man leave for 7 months to come back and run up in the ovary?
And maybe they need
secretly. And the wife knows, but Shawnee, she knows that we're still legally married, but you're with this person, but I still want you too. So she's smashing on the side, knowing that he's with somebody else. That's why I'm saying the wife has to be.
It is her.
So why is she secretly smashing, knowing that he's going back to his new girlfriend?
Who said it was a secret?
No, that's what the story said.
They don't have to be a secret because they're married. All I'm saying is that if the man really wants to move on, then really move on.
Okay.
Handle your business so the girlfriend don't have to have her feelings hurt and don't nobody have to. Yeah, I am because that is wrong.
I have to go
completely wrong.
I have to get off topic real quick and tell Stacy. Wow. If you leave, hold up, I gotta tap this mic. If you leave,
what up, Lene?
And you leave and go to the mall for more than 45 minutes. Let me tell you something.
45 minutes.
And not give me a text message.
About to become a divorce lawyer.
Yeah, it's a wrap. Shawnee, Mike Shawn Dan. And me and Stacey have a rule. Me and Stacey, it's an unwritten rule. Like, you going for a bit too much, you better call, because 24 hours, it's over.
So Shawnee's philosophy are once you're married, until you're divorced, you're no longer, you should not be dating or talk. That's not realistic, Shawnee. Until your divorce is final, you're still married, so you should not be dating anyone other than your spouse, according to Shawnee. And that's just not the real world. That's where I'm getting at. I'm shocked that
you guys decide, okay, so if we decide that, okay, our relationship is over, we're going to dissolve this, then the process should start.
And if it doesn't, if it doesn't start,
7 months in and then bringing another human being into this mess.
Should you not continue to find your new soulmate or your new partner? So you can't date at all. You can't do nothing. Neither one of y'all until y'all get a divorce final. I mean, that's not real.
Will you be quiet? No.
Because I'm hyped. Because I can't believe you're talking like this.
Yes, because this is the thing. If you want to get a divorce, if we say, all right, this over, we ain't going to do this no more, at least go ahead and start the process. Don't be dragging it out for years and years and then bringing other people in your mess, and then your feelings are still jacked up and you still going over here knocking your wife off, the wife knocking the husband off, and then this other person is in this and their feelings that's unfair to them. Shawnee, get it done. Get it done.
But you are right, technically, where you should start the process. But okay, white people, if you're watching right now, can you turn it off real quick?
Just come right. Come right back in a second.
No, but come back in a few minutes because we don't want you to like block me and then come back.
Jeanette, you got to close one door before you open another.
But Shawnee, let's be real. We do not act on stuff immediately because we procrastinate. Like, I may not mess with you. I may not mess with you. Hispanic folks too. I may not mess with you and you don't mess with me. And we will literally be separated for like 10 years. Like, there are people right now who haven't been together for like 10, 15 years. So you do understand that, right? You get that.
Yeah, I mean, I did that. Yeah.
So if I'm a procrastinator, but if I'm a procrastinator,
I didn't get the divorce right away. But we got separated. I didn't get divorced.
And you were smashing somebody else. But
if I come over to your house
I wasn't smashing nobody else, I ain't dragged nobody in my mess. Now he did.
Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry, Mike. She's
so if I come back over,
I can't believe this.
And I changed my name. My name is Rodney now. Okay, and I come over.
She doesn't act like she understands life.
We've been separated for a year.
What you mean I don't understand life? I am life. I I am life looking at
people
you.
break up if they're legally married. You're not.
But you want to talk about my life?
Wow.
My life.
All right, so if I come over as Rodney and we've been separated for like 9 months, and you let me hit, and you know I got a girlfriend, and you know I've started a new relationship with her, and you let me hit, you know I'm in a new relationship. Like it doesn't matter.
But you know that too.
Yeah, but Shawnee, but then I'm just wrong. We're just wrong for having sex. But my thing is like the relationship is over. You know that.
You know it's over.
Yeah, but I ain't
Jay
having
Black,
sex
don't
with nobody
co-sign
that's
nothing. Okay.
But see, this is my problem with the whole thing, because y'all keep saying, well, the wife knew he was in another relationship and the wife let him do it. Okay, he a grown man. He did something to it, and even if it was her initiating it, he a grown man. If he in a new relationship and that's where he want to be, why he didn't just say, whoa, now this ain't going down like this. I just came over here to get my toothbrush.
Okay, well, Shawnee, how about we flip it? Okay, how about we flip it? You're the woman who left the man, right? And you got a boyfriend, but y'all ain't get divorced. Y'all been separated. And then you're with your new man or whatever. And then for some odd reason, you go over to your husband's spot. And then all of a sudden, you start having sex with him.
All of a sudden?
No, for whatever reason, like sex happens for a trillion reasons, but you're in the same situation as the man is that you're talking about. You guys have separated and you have a new boyfriend and you've been together for like 7 months and you stop over to your husband's,
my husband's spot.
Yeah. And you let him smash. How does the blame get to your new man? Like your new man did nothing.
Well, except knew I was still married.
But
it's
you
a
told him
possibility.
you was. But you told him he was.
Because he told. Okay, people tell you all the time. Oh, I'm separated.
I
live upstairs. She lived downstairs.
But Shawnee, you told the man. The
we
only
not
thing.
Together.
Hold up.
I mean, the wife in that case, then I'm wrong because I shouldn't have let it happen. Especially if I got this other person involved, then I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But you talking about the man coming? We talking about the man coming over
she
to
said
the woman
it.
house?
No, she said it. That's all I needed to hear. I need to hear her say the wife was wrong.
No, I ain't say the wife in the situation you were talking about was wrong. I'm talking about the situation, the scenario that Mike gave. If we separated, I got this boyfriend that I'm messing with, and I go to my husband's house and sleep with him, then I'm wrong because I got another person. I got another person involved. So on the flip side, the husband is wrong because he shouldn't have been over there.
And you're right, the husband is wrong, but you made the woman.
That's wrong too, because you know that these people are still married. It is best to not deal with somebody that is wrapped up into all of that. If they
I get it's best
filed that divorce, then don't get in that. That's a headache you don't want.
If they've been separated for like 4 years,
yes, Rob, Shawn.
I ain't give in. I'm just saying, you know, it is what it is.
Okay, it is what it is.
Can we ask Mo? I asked Mo her final thoughts.
No, I'm not asking Mo because Mo's gonna open a whole nother fucking can of worms.
So Mo, the scenario.
I already know. Mo's gonna be too good. She's gonna be too cool. She's gonna be too cool for her own good, and it's gonna open. We're gonna be talking about this till the afternoon.
No, so Mo, the scenario was it was this big debate on social media. Mo.
Let me put Mo out because I'm walking away.
Jay,
I'm a
sidebar.
I can't.
Jay, what are my time markings for Aaron? 55 to 121.
What is that?
He know what I'm talking. We talking a different language.
Mo, send me so you can get in the club. And Mo got some silky Hugh Hefner PJs on.
Yeah, she looking.
No, 213.
We can't hear you, babe.
212.
Sorry,
213 to 212.
55 to 212. 55.
No, we can't hear you.
I'm in my Zeta Blue.
All right, here we go. Zeta
so
Blue.
Mo, good morning, Claude.
Wait, Jay. Wait.
Hey, Claude.
Slow down. Let me get her on IG Live.
Never going to Planet.
Planet
Shiny is real action.
Ever since this mini stroke, Jay has been like he's 1,000 miles an hour. Like, okay.
What?
No, you have. Like, I've never seen you. You've never been this aggressive.
Because Shawnee is bugging and is a different planet.
Okay, but you were like this
confused.
yesterday and Shawnee wasn't bugging. So
I was like this yesterday?
Yes, you
were.
I don't remember. It don't count.
Okay, I know you still on him. I don't know what I don't know what cocaine you on right now. Okay, listen.
So y'all telling me.
Wait. Everybody, let's read the comments. Popcorn coffee time for real. Shawn Robinson, bring the comments on.
Wait, I gotta
Action.
go back.
Never going to Planet Shade. They don't play right.
It's Planet Shawnee.
What you mean?
Shawnee.
Right.
I keep saying Shade. Planet Shawnee. Okay.
So y'all would want to get mixed in with somebody that was married.
I have to tell Mo.
Wait. Maybe
Explain
he
to me, please.
cheated on her, so she feels though she's doing something. Okay. And Jack, I saw the picture, Jacqueline. Okay. I'm out the game.
Rodney's on.
You lucky. Shout to
Rodney Perry.
So I filed for divorce on
too.
September 19th. Wait, I filed for divorce on September 19th. And my wash.
And why was my husband? Why
was my husband? Tells me, why don't I invite him to an event? Me. I'm single. He like, no, you're not.
You're not.
He's delusional.
Mm-hmm.
He still thinks it's his.
But the operative phrase, I filed for divorce on September 19th. Not we just separated.
But people are not. But there are hundreds of thousands of people who haven't filed for divorce, but the relationship is over.
So Mo, this was just a reset for those Rodney Perrys of the world, Sexy Mo. It was a big debate. It was a married couple, Mo. They were married. They separated. The husband now moved on, has a new girlfriend, although they still legally married. This is his new boo thing. The wife and the husband smashed secretly. The wife knows he has somebody else now, even though they're legally married. The question was who was wrong. And the majority of the people saying the wife now knows they still legally married, but he has a new relationship. She's wrong for smashing him, knowing that he has somebody else.
The wife gets stupid dummy of the week. She gets stupid dummy because she knew about the girlfriend or the new life that he's moved on, and she chose to backpedal and sleep with him. When you're separated and you're legally separated and you have mutually agreed that it is over, hova, you are in charge of your feelings. And if you know, like most women, and I'm sorry, ladies, when you have sex with somebody who you have feelings for, those surge of feelings rush back. She's to blame.
I disagree. But
because divorces can go on for 4 years, 5 years, and at the end of the day, are you supposed to put your life on hold for 5 years until a judge says, put the stamp of approval on a piece of paper? If you have mutually agreed that it is over, then it's over. It's done.
Yes.
The paperwork is a formality.
If they have filed, if they have not filed, and they just running around here talking about, oh, we separated.
So my grandmother was separated from my grandfather until the day she took her last breath. They never legally got divorced. Never legally got divorced. They moved on. He definitely moved on with several bitches. Okay. And she could care less because they were not together anymore.
Actually, Mo says she said several bitches. It's Friday.
I mean, that was my grandfather. God rest his soul. But he slang it everywhere, and my grandmother knew that.
He's slanging.
And my grandmother knew that. And so she moved on with her life as well. Like, so, I think in relationships, you have to be mature. If you say it's over, it's over. If you dip back in the pool and you catch those surges of feelings, shame on you because you're an adult and you understand and you know better.
Stay right there. My cousin Claude, she's chiming in. Both parties are wrong. However, the wife made it messy. Don't go back.
Neither one of them should have went back.
It's never a good idea.
But 9 times out of 10, the man will never turn it down.
No, but real talk, don't go backwards unless that sex was bomb.
You can't handle it. That used to be somebody who you claimed to love forever. You invested your whole life into, and you think you could just dip back and just have good sex and it's not going to change or affect you? No, doesn't happen that way.
Even if she was ratchet, go back if the sex was bomb. Just
he should have cut it off.
But like most men, when it's offered, I didn't say all. She didn't say all.
She didn't
say all. I said most.
The woman initiated this.
And so he could have said
he went to her house.
No, I got a girl.
No, don't say most men. Stop.
I said most men will have a difficult time turning that down. If a woman advances on you and it used to be good, you're going to 9 times out of 10, especially.
Well, be honest, Mike. It is hard to. I mean, if we think we can get away with it, and he gonna have a little weakness probably. It's likelihood. Be honest.
Let me tell you who are the weakest people ever. Let me tell you the weakest people ever. Who are the strongest people at the same time? Women who's somebody who's connected with them sexually. They are the weakest ones ever. They will make decisions based on somebody who's connected with them sexually. And they'll be like, I know damn well I shouldn't be having sex with him again.
But there are men who the same.
Guys, when we fall prey, it's simply because of vagina. When women fall prey to somebody and they go back and they let somebody smash again that they know they shouldn't, that's because they had a super connection with that sex situation. They were like, yeah, listen, man.
No, he was wrong. She was wrong, but she should know better. They are both adults.
Why should she know better?
Why? Because we as women know that we, a lot of times, and I'm not saying all women, but most women associate sex with emotion, especially for somebody who she was married to.
Let me tap this mic.
She shouldn't have put herself in that situation.
Why would the wife play second fiddle? That's a messy. Why would the wife play second?
So you want me to break that down for you?
Let me tell you. Let me tell you about human beings.
I'm just reading it.
If somebody makes you bust really hard, and somebody really makes you bust really hard, I don't care if it's a man or a woman. I don't care if you're gay or heterosexual. They got you on your weakness thing, and you have to have a super situation where you go like, I'm not doing this again. It has nothing to do with being a man or a woman. Everybody's vulnerable. When somebody makes you have an orgasm, when you're like, oh wow, it doesn't matter what it is.
I need that again.
But that's key word, vulnerability. Sex, especially with somebody who you have had emotional ties with, leaves you vulnerable. And what happens when you see them with the person you know good and well that they're with, you want to catch feelings and it's going to be messy.
I'm just laughing at everyone is saying the side chick, which is the new girlfriend, is wrong versus the wife is wrong. No one said that the guy beat down.
Wait, why is the new girlfriend wrong?
I don't know. She's innocent. That's what I was trying to say. She was innocent.
She's wrong from the jump because she knows that he's married.
He's no longer married. When we sever ties with the relationship,
they still married.
A judge, it's a formality. The judge is waiting to put a stamp on the paperwork to say, but emotional ties, spiritual ties, all of that is disconnected.
Well, if that's disconnected, then the man should go ahead and file the paperwork.
Right. So we all know
the paperwork is not filed, then he really doesn't want to, because if he really want to be done, he'll do what's necessary to be done.
That's not true either.
In all cases.
Nope, that's not true in all cases, because you know what? Sometimes it's a financial hold.
It's
where they can financially
$87 to
some
file.
places, depending on how much, depending on where you are. And then two, Shawnee, you have to think, why wouldn't a woman file? Sometimes people are okay with splitting ways.
If she didn't want the divorce, she wouldn't file. But if he the one that's going on and okay, I'm moving on, I'm going into something new, don't bring somebody into your mess. Finish what you started. End that. Close that door before you bring this other woman in, and she has to deal with X, Y, and Z, because that's unfair to her.
Well, I think the door's already closed when you shut off emotional and spiritual ties with someone and you stop living with someone and you move on. The only thing that's not closed off and finite is the magistrate stamping your paper and saying that it is. Everything else has dissipated. You're no longer living together. You no longer are spiritually or financially connected to each other. You're no longer having
Wait a
sex
second.
with
Did
each
my
other.
cousin just say that?
And if that's the case, then the husband shouldn't have showed up at her house and had sex with her. Shouldn't nothing be at her house that the husband needs 7 months later if he's really done.
But the humanistic side of things, sex and vulnerability leads us to do things that we know that we should not be doing. Should he have gone over to her house? No.
Ebonics book.
Should he have said yes to her? Could he have said no to her advances? Of course. But again, when emotional ties are involved, it is very difficult to turn down a sexual advance, whether it's a man or a woman.
Then he should take the time to get himself together and really get over it.
Okay.
Before you involve another person, and now you got their feelings and emotions.
Okay, well, I have to involve another person right now. My cousin Claude said, "Hate to say it, dickmatized is a real thing." I don't like that my cousin said that. Hashtag no judgment. I think Big in Sex in the City, he could be toxic as fuck, and you might end up backpedaling. Okay, well,
because the sexual attraction to that person, it's real. Sometimes you come over, that man might be smelling good. It might bring back fond memories, and you might slide and slip and fall.
All right, pause. My cousin said I'm not talking about myself. Well, God damn it, you should have put that on the comment before.
I'm talking about a friend. She's commenting for
my
a friend.
closest cousin in the world. Go back. There was one more comment. There was a comment before my cousin. Does make sense to complete the paperwork, Shawnee. All right, Shawnee.
Often a lot of people don't. A lot of people let it
Here we go. Action is in the building. No guy on the planet is going to separate from his wife for 7 months and not smash another chick. Not even 2 months. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul, aka Action, is in the goddamn.
I'm not talking about. I think y'all missing the point. What I'm saying is, it's guys that's married. They ain't gotta wait 2 months. They in the marriage smashing somebody else. My thing is, if you decide you want to walk away, do what's necessary to walk away before you involve somebody else. My opinion, if a guy approaches me, as a matter of fact, this just happened a couple months ago. Dude's like, "Hey, how you doing? Da 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 da." We exchange numbers. We talk. He says, "Oh, well, yeah, me and my wife going through this thing. We separated and she get on my nerves and da 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 da." Dude, hope y'all work it out. Sorry that y'all having no problems.
But Shawnee,
but ain't nothing I can do for you. We ain't
what you're saying is real. There are a lot of guys. There are a lot of people who just use that separation thing. But when it goes into the years, when we separated for years, then we realize we don't feel like paying for the separation. Like when we go into the years, it's different. But I feel what you're saying, because I know there are tons of people. I'm trying to think. Did I say that?
I just recently watched a family member of mine go through divorce.
Pause. I'm thinking, did I tell somebody that I was separated? I think.
What up, Alligator Jane? I see you, Jane.
I think I may have said I was separated. Damn! I'm with Stacy. Yeah, that's right.
What in the entire world?
Because me and my ex-wife did not get separated. We got separated, but the divorce that we got separated, and divorce took a minute. It did, because nobody was in like a rush to get. After like both me and my wife were like, we don't care about each other. So
I hadn't been single for 20 years. God, good.
Jay, don't say
but then it becomes a matter of if you want to move things along with the person that you're involved with. That's when you say, okay, hey, I need to get my affairs in order. And no, you can't let it linger if you're with somebody in a serious manner. No, you can't let that divorce linger. But there are a lot of people, because like I said, divorces can be costly. For some, it's cut and dry. You don't have a lot of assets or whatever. Sometimes you can just boom, boom, boom. All right, it's done. But for a lot of people, if they filed,
ladies,
there's a lot of different little layers to that.
Ladies, technically, are you both single right now?
Yes, technically, I'm not married.
Single. I'm single.
Not married yet.
Single.
I court that. So
Very
one is single, not even close. One is somebody's on the fence, but ain't proposed. So technically, she's still single. So I court both single. The one is single, and one is just single.
The reason why it doesn't say on when you go to and filled out something for the government, the IRS, what it say? You married, you single, are you filing separately or jointly? So I'm just speaking on that terms. I ain't talking about who you dating, who you smashing, who you sidelining. I ain't saying none of that. I'm talking about, am I married? No, I'm not married.
I ain't trying to start no trouble because it's Friday, but Mo is mad at somebody right now. I'm just gonna say.
Me?
Mo is like, dude.
She want a ring. I feel like Mo want to be proposed
like,
to, and he taking too long. That's what I feel.
And let's be clear before I start joking. Mo deserves a ring.
She does.
If there's anybody, no, real talk.
She does.
Real talk.
Oh my God.
If there's anybody who will be a soldier for
you, she may be late to the wedding, but she deserves it. Yes.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the hell up.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Why we do that?
I'm sorry.
Why?
Sometimes stuff just blurred out. I'm sorry.
I feel like it was a left swipe on Tinder just because you said that.
Dog, if there's somebody, when I tell you is loyal and will ride out for you,
facts,
and will be a soldier,
I will say that.
When I tell you there's a time when a man is like fragile and he's not standing up for himself, and I'll tell you Mo will stand up for you.
Mm-hmm.
So when a dude is being iffy about the shit, when he's doing this, when he's doing this whole iffy thing, yeah, I support her.
Yeah.
And the same thing goes for Shawnee. Like,
Shawnee's she's a handful. But go ahead.
A handful? What do you mean by that?
No, actually, Shawnee's not a handful. She's still the same person. She's like, look, I will rock out for you. Like, Shawnee will go to war for you.
Just don't come with no bullshit.
Yeah.
There are not too many women that will go to war for you. We'll literally be like, yo, whatever it is we got to go through, I'm going through it with you. These two women will do that. Lady Q will do that.
Yes.
Definitely.
And I don't want to gas up. I don't want to gas up Stacy, but yes, Stacy. I know.
Her too.
I know.
She went to war. Yeah, she went to war. She won the war.
Yeah, I'm all gas today.
Team Stacy.
Yes, Team Stacy.
I don't even want to read Action's comment. Go ahead, read it.
Mo, you can read it, Mo.
So Action says,
because I know he's gonna be an asshole. I love this.
Action says, he says, but I will say I've never gone back. If we are separated, it's over. I'm not going to hit again because if it's been 7 months, I don't know who you might be hitting either. And if you think another guy might be smashing, talking about himself, he said, I'm done.
Action. Shut the fuck up.
I'm not even sticking the tip of my toe in the pool.
Action. If she bad as hell, you're not gonna hit. Not before you were married.
Well, I think that isn't that the only way that you can actually be separated from somebody is if you're married? Because if we ain't married, we just broke up. Hey, Rafi.
All right.
That was interesting.
Yeah,
that whole topic. It was interesting.
Because it happens more than you know. A lot of people double back and catch feelings. It become real messy.
I like the fact that y'all were fighting and I wasn't.
That wasn't fighting. That was a healthy debate.
Well, no, you miss me and Jay. I think that's what
I was about to say.
Shawnee want to fight for real. She want to spar with him, right?
Too much.
Well, if we were in a studio, I think if we were in a real studio, I
would have separated
that Jay Black, you would probably.
Jay be beating on the table and
Jay does shake the table a lot. He shakes the table a lot.
Shaking the table.
All right, what's next, y'all? What's next?
You want to reset?
Yeah, let's reset. Let's reset.
Yeah, watch that replay on YouTube. Yeah.
Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legend, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
I'ma tap in for sure.
Tap in.
If the baby ain't yours and you found out, make some noise.
Not if the baby ain't yours.
If you collected 2 child support for 1 baby, raise your hand.
Ooh, that's
If y'all broke up and you realize you're doing better in life than she is, make some noise.
Yeah. Flaunt. I like how Shawn be shooting in the air.
That. Yo, that is funny as fuck. That is funny for real. All right, what we talking about?
Y'all want to do no more homework?
What is no more homework? I heard that. What is that? What does that mean?
All right, this is what it means.
Don't get nothing started. Like for real, don't
no more homework.
No more.
I do have
standing on the bed.
Go
standing on the bed dancing. Go ahead.
All right.
Homework is basically school at home. You doing homework at home when you really supposed to do stuff at school. Ain't school the place to learn? Home is to come from school, chill, get on your tab to get on game what you want to do. But the teachers want to take like 30 minutes of your time, an hour of your time, just to give you homework. They do this to bother you. I don't know why they do that, but that's teachers. All our kids, put your hands up. For everybody see this video. No more homework. No more homework. Now we out.
And he didn't even curse. I love it. I love it. He has a point.
Did he have some valid points?
He has some valid points.
He has some valid points.
Okay, my kids in high school right now. All three of my daughters. Oh my
Appreciate
God.
that. I love that. Shawn Robinson, he either gonna be president or he gonna be a politician.
A future CEO or something.
Future CEO or something. Mm-hmm.
But my daughters have told me that when they're in school now, the teachers say they don't have homework because they're like, we can feel it, as long as we work together during class, we don't have to send you homework. But the fact of the matter is that this kid, can you play that? Can you play that one more time?
She said, had to play right before the twins walk out for school to hear that.
Yeah. Because I don't want them getting too bold and emboldened. Please,
I love
play
it.
I'll play it again.
God, this kid. Yes, please play that kid again. Please,
right.
He's amazing.
Homework is basically school at home. You doing homework at home when you really supposed to do stuff at school. Ain't school the place to learn? Home is to come from school, chill, get on your tab to get on game what you want to do. But the teachers want to take like 30 minutes of your time, an hour of your time, just to give you homework. They do this to bother you. I don't know why they do that, but that's teachers. All our kids, put your hands up. Hope for everybody see this video. No more homework. No more homework. Now we out.
No more homework.
And he didn't curse because he could have definitely said, and we out this bitch.
Like, they do it to bother you. You said they.
I love it. He has some very good points.
Yeah.
Dude, it's amazing. He thinks
my son works from the time he goes in the building to the time they leave, and so they don't get homework like that either.
Yeah, my kids don't get homework.
Yeah, I think that's such an archaic. It does.
I think that because it teaches them to work at school, and then when they get home, relax. They don't have to bring.
They only have 4 hours from home.
So what happened for the last 80 years when they sent us home with a gang of homework?
But see, that's what's wrong with us. We would bring work home, like Jay brings work home with him. That's how we were trained.
Okay, so then
do that to bother them. Teachers do that just to bother
you.
He did. That's teachers.
And so it's not really a reinforcement if you think about it. You have literally 4 hours as a kid
for the garbage.
from the time you get home to eat.
But this is why, and I respect this young man so much. I respect him so much. I respect his opinion and everything. But this is why you have these kids like this that you want to punch in the goddamn face because no matter what you tell them what to do, this motherfucker always has a reason why I shouldn't clean my room because some and you like, God damn, like parents have to embrace, like kids have so much more knowledge now than we had. Because when we were kids
and freedom.
Yeah, because when everybody in these boxes, when we were kids, we could not speak up like this.
No way.
That's back talking.
What? The back talking leads
that's
to
called back talking.
Yes.
It leads to a backhand.
You couldn't even say why.
Or a punch in the chest.
Or go out there on that tree and get a switch.
You couldn't even say why.
I don't know about the switch, Shawn. I don't know how old you are. You went, I got a switch.
That's a down south thing. That's a down south thing.
I ain't have to, but I saw my cousins have to.
You had to pick 3, let them braid it into a fishtail.
And if you got a little one, oh my God.
They're going to go out. They're going to tear you up to go get a big one.
Mike said play it again.
Play that little boy again. Play that little boy.
Homework is basically school at home. You doing homework at home when you really supposed to do stuff at school. Ain't school the place to learn? Home is to come from school, chill, get on your tab to get on game what you want to do. But the teachers want to take like 30 minutes of your time, an hour of your time, just to give you homework. They do this to bother you. I don't know why they do that, but that's teachers. All our kids, put your hands up. Hopefully everybody see this video. No more homework. No more homework. Now we out.
Listen, now
and he sit back and cross his hands.
Now we out.
Now listen. I love the little man and what he's bringing. I get it. My dad would have punched me in 7 different sections of what happened. First of all, the aggression of your shoulders being up would have got you fucked up.
Yeah.
This right here.
That part.
This.
Pause. Slow down.
Would have got you fucked up. This whole thing of being aggressive with your words.
But is that part of the problem, treating kids like adults and they not being treated like kids? Go ahead. Because I see what Ashley's saying.
He's absolutely right. Like the kid, I'm saying what would have happened with our parents.
I mean, I certainly have to catch myself with my son because you know that autism truth sometimes be real
direct.
It be real direct, and I my head spin like, who the hell you talking to? And I have to catch myself and realize, you know, that this is a different generation of kids, and they all want to plead their case, they all want to ask, but why? I told my son, can you get up and go get the remote from me over there? He says, well, why can't you do it? Man, you know that would have got you beat up and down the house. He was like, but you're sitting right here. Why can't you do it?
You know what I realized? You know what I realized?
I had to sit on my hands.
Is that the greatest generation of kids that had to really, if you made it, it's our generation. Dog, we got smacked for views and opinions.
Claude said to his credit, he knows that his time.
Have a viewer opinion.
Claude said to his credit, he knows that his time is valuable. I guess
we knew our time was valuable too.
We didn't. I couldn't have an opinion. I didn't have an opinion. The only opinion that mattered was my mom. I didn't have no opinion.
His time is valuable.
Dog, women, like girls in high school that got pregnant, it was like, well, why'd you get pregnant? Because I couldn't talk to anybody. I couldn't ask you anything.
Let me tell you, my mom's favorite line was, I'm going to knock your teeth out.
Yes, I'm going to knock your teeth.
You're going to be picking your teeth up off the floor.
That's abuse nowadays.
Like now you're like, bitch, all I wanted to ask you is I was going through something in school and you just said you were going to knock my teeth out. Why?
These kids are very
I thought bitch was my middle name. My mom used that word so much, I thought that was my middle name. She swears she has no recollection of any of this.
They don't remember none of that.
She doesn't remember any of this right now.
Is you dumb or you stupid? Is you dumb or you stupid?
You only had an opinion when it was given to you. I guess when you asked, like I guess that's what Curly's saying. Yeah, opinion on that.
Shawnee and Mo said something. They never remember. They always act like now. I'm like, do you remember when you said this, and they were like, no, what did?
Oh, that's a good one.
You didn't remember?
I want your opinion. I will give it to you.
My dad was
they don't remember.
That's a good one.
When I want your opinion, I will give it. Yes!
And
then when you say it to them, they're like, you got to be kidding me. I never said that. You're true. No! No, literally, we were like shut down. Like we had to work everything out on our own and be like, okay, we're going to... Like sex-wise, you couldn't ask a question to your parents about sex.
See, that's why I'm so messed up now with sex. Because my mom told me, when I was a little bitty girl, she was like, if you kiss little boys, you get pregnant. And then you won't be able to participate in none of these activities. You ain't gonna be able to go to Six Flags. You ain't gonna be able to do it.
Six Flags.
So I'm like, no boy cannot kiss me. You can't touch me.
And that's why when Shawnee get a massage, she wear a poncho and clothes underneath. She get the poncho.
And there's the underlying reason.
That's what she told me, and I believe that. I believe that I was a little boy kissed me in the 8th grade, and I about fell out. I didn't know what to do because I
thought you were pregnant.
He put his lips on me, and everybody was looking at me like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "I'm pregnant." I can't do that.
The lies.
And if he just would have put it in your butt, you'd have been
my
fine.
God.
Can't get pregnant there, no.
Boy, I was messed up.
But is that something, not to sound old, but is that when things changed, when kids started having deeper opinions and respected as adults when they're really not adults? Is that what changed some of the direction we're in? I don't know. Is that too deep?
No, because I think that number one, you definitely want to give your child a voice. You never want to silence them. But I also think that you have to draw the line of what is respectful and what's not. Like, I want my child to be able to come and tell me things. And I think that that's where we break the cycle of abuse. I think that's where we break the cycle of not being able to talk about things that could possibly harm them. Like Mike said, pregnancy, teen pregnancy. Wasn't nobody going home and talking to their parents about that feeling that you had in your pants, and you feel like you want to lay up with Johnny, Jack, John. None of that. No.
Hold up. Go back to the last one. Had it easy. Y'all was able to talk back. I got my ass kicked for mumbling.
I wasn't mumbling.
No.
Mumbling under your breath when your parents say something, you mumble.
But
if I did,
I hate her.
If we did,
but you understand?
That was a problem.
Do you understand? Yeah. Like
my mom could hear that from the kitchen. I would be in my room. My mom could hear that from the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
If you exhaled and do you understand how crazy that is?
Just breathing hard.
My mom came in there.
Somebody said something, and you were like,
"Let you blow your breath out. Let you blow your breath out. Did you blow your breath out, me?"
Because I do that with mine now. The baby does that. When I tell her something, girl, I'll knock all the air out of you.
I knock all that seed.
You better suck it in.
I'm telling you.
And give me your phone back. And give me your phone.
And go sit that phone in my room. Now.
Hold up. Stacy said, I told my son if he's stuck.
It will fall off if you stuck it in. It's gonna fall off.
I used to tell my little cousins that too. I used to tell them, but I used to go a step further. I used to show them a whole bunch of pictures with like venereal diseases and stuff.
Please.
And I'd be like, "This is what's gonna happen if y'all do this."
Put Stacy's back.
Stacy, what are you doing?
She told her son if he stuck it in something, it will fall off.
Stacy, do you know how traumatic it is for a man or a boy to think that it's gonna fall off? Do you know if I am 50 right now, if my penis fell off, I would die. I'm done.
I mean, but boys don't listen, so you gotta like really, really.
Oh my God, Mo.
I used to think that. I did. I said the same.
First of all, Mo, you can't speak on penises.
Well, that was how I prevented my younger cousins from humping everything.
Telling me to fall off.
I said it's gonna fall off. I said, and I showed them pictures of
what are you
venereal
talking about?
and stuff. I was like,
why would you do that? Why don't y'all
I
show
was young.
women? Oh, well, you're young. Okay.
Yeah, that's my line.
I was
that's
young.
my line. That's my line. I was
All right,
young.
Sequisa said, Jay Black, I believe since we couldn't speak, we allowed our kids to talk too much. Oh, shit. Oh.
Yeah, because I guess as us growing up, we couldn't talk. So now we allow our kids to say everything that they think. And it may be a bit too much that, they're not adults. So why are we treating them as adults? But I get it. They have a voice. So I guess it's finding that balance.
Fine. You have to have a balance to allow them to have that voice. Certainly, because you don't want them.
Send
Dr. Smith is in the waiting room. We got Dr. Smith too.
Oh my God, that is.
Do we want to bring him into this conversation?
I wonder if he allow his.
I'm pretty sure he. I'm pretty
All right,
sure
wait. Ashley, shit. My grandma was down with the Wheels of Soul motorcycle crew. What?
Wow.
She cussed at us since birth.
Yeah,
mother effort.
That's who I learned how to say
Afro Queen
from my grandmother.
Afro Queen, respecting someone as a person is not treating them as an adult, but some people do have a hard time drawing the line. Ooh, I'm congested right now.
I remember I brought you in this world. I'll take you out.
Now my cousin Claudia says she got her butt kicked for breathing.
And rolling your eyes.
And rolling your
eyes.
And I will co-sign that.
I think my eyes turned 360 one time. My mom slapped me so hard for rolling my eyes.
Said the belt was no joke. Afro Queen, the scariest thing I heard when I was younger was, what did you say?
What you say?
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, what did you say? Yeah. What'd you say? Yeah, that's the problem. My mom told me, action said my mom told me that, and I stuck it in to see
if it would fall off.
Oh, he went that route. He said, well, let me see if it's really going to fall off. All right.
That is hilarious.
So all of that to say that we were all abused as kids. Can we all agree?
You know what's funny? No, but you know what's really funny is that when you talk to your parents, and I talk to my mom and dad, and I'm so blessed to have them both in my life. They literally don't understand what they did. Like
that's because a lot of times that's how they were raised, and through generation you learn from your.
I get it. I understand, but at the same time, y'all fucked a lot of people's perceptions in life up, and I get it, and I understand you were raised a certain way and stuff like that, but y'all did some shit. Like my mom and dad, like I will give credit to my mom and dad because we'll have certain conversations and I'll be like, y'all did some bullshit to me and my sister. And my mom will always be like,
you turned out fine.
My mom will be like, turned out fine, motherfucker. Turned out fine.
What up, Sheree?
Waking up in jail 3 times, 3 rehabs, 2 detoxes. No, I didn't turn out fine, motherfucker. Hell no.
You got the doctor laughing, man.
No, you gotta be kidding me. I turned out fine. But my mom be like, my mom in her way in Spanish would be like, my bad. Right. And my dad, like me and my dad are best friends. So my dad would be like, yeah, we did the best we could. And I understand they did the best they could. I'm just saying, goddamn.
I mean, my parents, I know for a fact that my parents were 14 and 15 years old when they had me. Well, they had no goddamn idea probably what the hell they was doing with me. So thank goodness that, I turned out.
Mo, hold up, Mo and Shawnee. I'll get into something with my daughters, right? And I will really take a deep breath and allow them to express themselves.
Oh, because Monty will check you. I've seen Monty check you.
No, but then when I choke somebody, and I don't want to choke anybody.
No choke zone.
No, but Monty say, but Dad, but why can't I not speak my mind? Like she'll come like so professionally correct, and why can't I speak my mind? Or should I not be able to express my thoughts in a way that's not hollering or like?
And I realize the dysfunction, the dysfunction that we've come from. So now, like when my girls have gotten older, I'm like, okay, I didn't choke them. I didn't go upside their head. I didn't punch him in the chest. I didn't do all that. What? I always tell my kids today, you wouldn't have made it in my house growing up. They would have gotten an ass whip. Dog, I got punched. The hardest punch I ever got in my life. I've had multiple fights in the streets. The hardest punch I ever got was from my dad. You know how disrespectful that shit is?
The hardest punch you got from your dad?
My dad caught me so crazy.
And my wife skits when I go to punch my son. No, that's not how you do it.
Can't do it, J Black. That era is gone.
You know what the most disrespectful thing to do to somebody is? And I hate that because we're going to Dr. Smith now. The most disrespectful thing ever, women, men, is somebody putting their hands on you. The most disrespectful thing you've ever experienced is somebody putting their hands on you.
That didn't give birth or part of that
I don't
process?
give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
The sperm doesn't count?
I think the worst is when they do it and you can't do nothing back.
Let me tell you why me and my dad had to have a confrontation. Because the most disrespectful thing you ever did was put your hands on me and not talk to me. And you thought because you put sperm in my mom that you had the right to put your hands on me.
Talking though? The mentality back then was talking doesn't get through. Dog, actions did.
You don't put your hands.
That was the mentality.
If I grab you,
I'm gonna listen versus you talking.
Me and you have been friends for how long? If I put my hands on you, what would be your reaction?
No, you're not my father.
I don't, my mother. But this is my thing.
It's a difference.
I don't care. It's even more disrespect. It's even more disrespectful when you know I can't fight back. It's even more disrespectful when you know I can't fight back.
Right.
Actually, you're a pussy for doing it to me.
I call all parents bullies back then because you basically you knew I couldn't
call your parents.
You got that all right.
All day. Yes. And that's why at 1 o'clock in the morning, and that's why at 1 o'clock in the morning,
flag on the plate.
No. Let me explain this. That's why at 1 o'clock in the morning on the Thursday, when I was 32 years old, I had to fucking fight you. Because the disrespect that you showed me my entire life has been building up.
Oh, this is deeper. Okay, I see. You going deeper.
No, I'm saying
this is like a personal, deep thing for you.
No. I'm saying this is why I've never put my hands on my daughters.
I understand.
Because it's disrespectful.
Yeah, well, I don't think the dad should put the hands on the girls because it teaches them because they love that. So then sometimes they'll end up in situations.
Now I just want to teach them.
What I'm saying is that
I don't want you punching Buddy in the chest.
No. What I'm saying is that I don't care if it's a mother hitting her daughters. We have been raised in a situation where we think that clears things up, and it doesn't.
It doesn't.
What it makes it is that when I get older, I'm going to hit you back.
You're never going to hit your parent back like that, but I get what you're saying.
There are several people who come to a breaking point that fight their parents. I know firsthand, absolutely.
Yeah, because me and my mom went there. It got that way.
You're not gonna put your hands on.
Yeah, because Mike's still mad. Mike still got deep issues with that. I can see it. And that's real.
No, dog. I promise you, as much as I play this little role, put your hands on me.
You're not hitting your dad, Mike. You're not. You're not hitting your mom back.
What the fuck are you talking about? If you've abused me,
you're not gonna hit me just because you mad.
No, and it's going
Is
to
after
happen.
a certain age? Is there a certain age where that transition where it stops?
Yeah, when
Jay,
I got grown and
the
you
disrespect,
balling your fist up on me because you don't like what I chose to do, or and I'm grown now. You ain't gonna just do. We ain't about to do that. No,
you hit your son, and think about when it's time when it revolves back when he can beat you.
But I see what Shawnee's saying, the psychological aspect. Oh, he hit me because he loved me, and then that could turn into an abusive relationship.
Hit me because he loved me.
He was trying to correct your behaviors. He was trying to show you that you need to wake up.
He hit me because he had a limitation on his mindset. He hit me because he didn't know how to deal with the situation.
Right. And be clear on that. Be clear on that. Most parents beat their kids out of their own frustration, not so much of what the kid has done.
Let me bring Doctor in just so I got him in the waiting room too long. Here we go.
Listen to the word. Listen to the word beat. I beat I hate when comedians say beat your kid. When I tell you I've done 20 minutes on the nonsense of comedians going like, oh, beat your kids. Beat your kids for what? Because you don't have the intellectual or you don't have the relationship to actually talk to your kids. I got beat. And guess what? It ain't changed shit in my life. Or beat your kids. Because what? The generation I grew up in, they were like, oh, we forgot when we got beat. Yeah, y'all smoke crack. Y'all ran around the streets and y'all went to jail.
You still have to be respectful to your parents. I guess if
a lot of times, like Mike was saying about beating your child.
How can you use the same slave mentality that the slave masters used?
I'm going to beat you.
Let's ask
to the white
Smith.
Down to the white meat to get you in line. But I'm telling you, I love you, and I'm doing it for your own good.
So Dr. Smith, he always has a good perspective.
That's a dysfunction.
Proverbs 13:24.
Don't you say spare the rod. Don't you do it.
The rod.
And don't bring that Bible shit up. And don't bring that Bible shit up.
Don't you
chastise him the times. Exodus 20:12 says, honor thy mother and thy father, so that thy days may be long.
Yes.
The church said, amen. Amen. We've ushered in the spirit this morning, and we.
But there's also one that says, children obey. Some respect your parents, but then after that, it say parents do not provoke your children.
That's right. I'm not gonna provoke. I'm just gonna pop.
I'm laughing at
before Dr. Smith goes in, before Dr. Smith goes in, let me tell you how much I can give a fuck about what the Bible says.
Mike.
Let me tell you the nonsense of what the Bible says.
The views and opinions.
Let me tell you the nonsense. Let me tell you.
Right?
This is all Michael Shawn. Let me tell you how I don't give a fuck.
Oh God.
About what the Bible says.
I'm still holding on to the hem of your garment, Lord.
The Bible got 14-year-olds.
I'm not a part of this.
No, here it goes. That the Bible ain't got 14, 15-year-olds fucking.
I'm still holding on to the hem of your garment, Lord.
You say the Bible talks about?
Yeah.
Yes, the Bible talks about a time where women came into womanhood at a much earlier age, and that the reason why women were prepared to have children at a certain age was because that was the design for you, to be able to be a grandparent, a great grandparent,
and what were women
not wait till you're 48?
And what were women allowed to do in the Bible? What were they allowed to do?
What do you mean, according to the commandment?
No, I'm just saying, whatever you want to go.
Happened? You want to go Jezebel, Delilah, like people did stuff in there.
No, you want to go. Where you want to go? Where you want to go with it? Bible? You want to go?
I don't want to go nowhere near the Bible.
I don't give a fuck about
don't start calling out the horror.
I don't care about a book rewritten 6,000 times about a bunch of dudes who are
don't disrespect the Bible. Right? Just don't disrespect the Bible.
And y'all really think my faith and what I believe in my higher power really is in this book?
But if the principles that are represented in the book are things that people support, then they would have no issue regardless of religious affiliation or spiritual belief. Because I do believe that there is a role for discipline. And I would have been in a whole different situation in life if I had my first fight or my first experience with discipline outside of my house. That would have sent a terrible message to me as a young black man. Like, I don't need to get hit. I don't need to get hit in my face when I've never been hit on my bottom, because I've seen those kind of guys, and they be holding on to hem of people's garment in prison.
All right, so what do you think about?
You know, if I go to jail today, I'm on that beat. Yeah, I'm not changing who I am. I'm not going to not be a man. But if I ain't never been beat ever, or I ain't never had no discipline, or never had no confrontation like that, the first time somebody says, "If you don't give me your food, I'm gonna."
What are you saying? Wait.
Different perspective.
Kool-Aid on your lips. You got your shirt tied in a knot.
Whoa. What are you saying?
Not the Kool-Aid on the lips.
Wait,
I'm just saying, like
my dad should beat me.
I think that the whole idea of discipline is real. I don't think this is a 2,000-year-old adage for no reason. I don't think that people.
But to what extent? But Dr. Smith, to what extent? Because we're not talking about
our definition.
Your kid on the butt because they done something wrong. We're not talking about the pops on the hands, put your hands out, popping your hand. We're talking about physical abuse.
Pause. I'm gonna drop out. Let Dr. Smith get on because
he can't. He can't get on IG yet. He can't. He doesn't have an account.
Sorry, y'all. He can't get on.
Tell them why don't they just get Media Room 360? Like,
just go to search Media Room 360. There you go.
Yeah, we all got on. You can get on too.
Amen.
No, but this is the thing. But I think the distinction, because we always talk about the delineation and nuance and how we define the terms. How people define these terms is of critical importance. When people used to say, when one time I got caught stealing a cookie, right, from Miss So-and-so, right? And they say, when I got home, my mom told me to go get a switch, right? When they discussed that, they weren't talking about daily occurrences. When you read these stories back in the 20s,
that? How do you know
because
that?
you can hear. They'll say, and that was the first time I ever got, and I remember that was the last time
I ever
know
that? Like, how do you know
read the narratives, and they don't say every day my mom woke up and told me to get a switch before I even spoke or before we got breakfast. Like people.
So you read that? You read that?
Yes, people talk about the one time they got this, the 2 times they got that.
Right.
So
there's documents from slave narratives about discipline.
Pin that comment, Mike. Mike, pin that for IG so they know. Pin that comment from Shawn.
I just want to know. So
when people went to get switches, it was not a daily event.
And
during this era, it wasn't every day.
Traumatic. We're gonna go back and forth, and we're gonna let each other go back and forth. So the traumatic event of somebody grabbing a switch. And somebody grabbing a belt in my family and beating somebody, you think that's effective?
Oh, it's definitely effective. Like, we're debating what type of effect, but it's definitely effective. Whether
effective
it's a negative
on what? Effective on
I'm saying
what?
Whether negative or positive effect is definitely effective. It alters people. You confirm that
what, in a positive or negative way?
It depends on the person and the extent and how they're being disciplined and for what reason.
So
for what reason?
A belt and a branch.
No, for belt.
So let me ask you something, Doc. Let me just ask you this. Where did they learn this discipline from?
Well, people disciplined throughout history.
No. In slavery, where did they learn how to discipline their kids?
The Bible's before slavery. So we
no. The Bible was already. Wait. The Bible was already stripped. The Bible was a white man's Bible when they were stolen from Africa and brought to America. There was they had no idea. No African could read a Bible that was sold to them. There was no Bible that they could read and understand. So their discipline was given to them by who?
No, Nat Turner was a preacher. People read the Bible.
No.
They call it slave Bible.
Nat Turner was when he read the Bible. When Africans first got here, their discipline was given by who?
No, but that's a misnomer that Africans came here as a clean slate. We need to stop doing that. Africans, just because I don't speak and read English, don't mean I can't speak and read. Like, we have to understand that. People did not come here as slaves. They came here as Africans. So when people came here, they had a whole lifetime of ideas about discipline.
The Africans that got here could read the Bible. That's what you're saying.
I'm saying that they had the ability
No, Dr. Smith, we're not going to do what you do. We're going to do this. We're going to answer a question. When the Africans got
because the 10 Commandments come from the 42 negative confessions of Yehudi, so they took
and they
those
could
commandments
read the
from
Bible.
African spirituality.
And they could read the Bible. So the white slave masters that brought the Bible to them, they couldn't
read the book, but they knew the same laws because the laws came from their spiritual system.
And you know that from what? In Africa, they knew the same laws.
You could Google 42 negative confessions, 10 commandments, and you can see
the Africans that were stolen from Africa.
So
the Africans that were stolen from Africa came to America, and they were put here, and they could read the same Bible. They were under the same law.
I'm telling you, the Bible the white man got in large measure is from African spirituality.
So you
can't take my stuff and say, "Oh, you can't read it. You don't know how to read it." Oh, okay, I don't speak your funny language, but you took it from me. You still my stuff.
But they couldn't read it.
But they still had the same principles in place because the principles were taken from the Africans.
Principles that they were dealing with were the same principles. So they weren't being dictated to on what the principles. So you're saying the same principles were used. Slave masters were good.
That's a reach. The whole
what
idea.
What are you saying?
If you take African spirituality and you bastardize it, it doesn't take African spirituality and make it negative. It makes your interpretation.
I want you to tell me.
So if a white person says,
when Africans came here as slaves, the Bible that was given to them, they were interpreting them correctly.
Well, came here as Africans. They were later enslaved. They were not slaves. That is the problem. I'm telling you, that's the problem. The fact that we say when the slaves came here, they weren't slaves. Some of these people were spiritualists. Some of these people were educators. Some of these people were engineers and scientists. Like to say,
when they got off the boat, they were engineers.
They didn't speak the same language as the white man.
When they got off the boat, they were engineers. When they got off the boat, they were engineers.
Yes. You think people were 50 years old in Africa waiting to be enslaved their whole life?
So then what happened to them when they got here?
Then they had a slave breaking process where they wouldn't allow them to use their drum. They wouldn't allow them to speak their language. They would put people from different ethnic groups together on purpose so they couldn't communicate. They would make sure that they caught you speaking your indigenous tongue, that you would be maimed or lynched or made an example of. They would forbid you to speak your language or write in your language or communicate each other or practice your customs and principles. That's why they erased everything African about us over 150 to 20-year period, and they created this new N-word we see. And that's why people that are in this N-word phase look back and say, oh, we were just a clean slate till white people came and taught us to read. No, we were reading. We wrote first. There's more writing in the Nile Valley than there is in Greece and Rome and Europe combined. That is the crux of the problem. What we teach every day is because people still speak as though African people were nothing until we interacted with white folks.
It was stolen from them, and I'm saying
a little drop of it, and they changed and twisted it around.
A little drop?
Yes. That's why they can't recreate the pyramids now. That's why the level of scrolls, that's why they burned entire libraries like Timbuktu. The first college was Waset, later called Luxor by the Greeks. Okay. The reason why Socrates and them couldn't reach the levels of a master is because they only spent so many years in Africa studying and then taking it back to Europe acting like they was the originators. That's the problem. You got this watered down, twisted up version from a white dude who really didn't know what he was reading, and then they say F the Bible.
And then what I say is beating your kids was brought into black people and Hispanic people. There's no such thing as beating somebody and beating into intelligence. Beating is beating them into discipline. And my hope and you beating me is not teaching me anything.
It's semantics. Because if you say beating,
whoa. It's not semantics. Wait, Dr. Smith. We're not gonna say it's semantics. Because I know from personal,
because what you say is beating. Somebody else might say is discipline.
No, my beating.
That's semantics.
My beating. The beatings that I took made me say I am going.
But that's why we have to define it. We have to define it.
We have to
define it. Because if I'm talking about getting patted on my butt with a switch, and you're talking about something getting punched, then you're talking about beating. I'm talking about discipline. We're not having the same conversation.
It's not discipline because you're not using intellect to discipline your kids. You're using a brutal thing that slave masters use. Discipline is not smacking you in the face. Discipline is explaining to you what you need to do differently.
Again, you said face. Who got hit with a switch in their face? Nobody. So we're talking about two different things, right? I'm talking about getting sent out in the yard to grab a switch.
They got hung and smashed and. Oh, are you telling me a switch in
not by their parents? When the parents told the kids,
they did.
When the parents told the kids to go get a switch, When the parents told the kids to go get a Switch, the parents weren't lynching the kids or smacking the kids in the face with the Switch.
No, they were beating them with a fucking Switch that they made their kids go look for their beating. And what did that teach them? What did that teach them?
To not do it again.
Oh, really?
To not do it again.
Exactly what happened then?
Somebody gets smacked 3 times on the butt.
In the 60s and the 70s, what happened? Everybody went to fucking jail.
Ralph is on it. Ralph is on it. Ralph said the line was crossed when we grew up. Yes, I agree, Ralph. And that's what I was going to make note of. We have to follow the chronology and say, if you're getting told to go outside and get a Switch, and you're getting spanked on your bottom 4 times, and then later on people are getting smacked with Hot Wheels tracks and having shoes thrown at them and getting beat, for breathing, then something changed. We have to look at when the change occurred. Because
it was sick what they did, and Ralph knows, and Ralph is my cousin. Okay. You know how disrespectful it was what they did to us.
So when he says,
I'm not going to play this game where you're going to hit me with a hot track or you're going to smack me in my face, because the most disrespectful thing you can do to a person is attack them.
Agreeing.
We're agreeing.
So I agree with that.
Hitting in the face. Yes, let's be clear. Hitting in the face, yes. We're not talking about that when we talk about this Bible verse. Nobody's saying smack your kids in the face. People are talking about the regular discipline.
What is the regular discipline?
Spanking a child on his bottom. You ever watch cartoons where they put the child over their lap, Mike?
Hey, Dr. Smith. Hey, Dr. Smith, you're from a black family. When did you get tapped on the bottom, son?
But something changed.
When did you get what I'm addressing?
We agree something changed. We agree it was in a negative direction. But when we look back at other generations who used discipline, who were the generations that were from Reconstruction and from Jim Crow,
put Kathy back up.
They were disciplined.
Put Kathy back up. What is Mike talking? Well, hold up, Dr. Smith. What is Mike talking about? A good ass whooping will give you knowledge and discipline. How?
So there's I think the nurse also pointed out that there's a big difference between an ass whooping and beating.
Semantics.
Dog, when you put
and
your
so definition and defining.
When I tell you the stupidity of physically putting your hands on somebody, it's the stupidity. You're not showing me anything. What you're saying is that I'm bigger and I'm stronger than you. And
that's
you're gonna do.
Right. That's the message that's sent when it's not done right, Mike. You are evidencing the fact that what you described happened in your personal experience. You're evidencing the fact that if you take it too far, it could go the other way, like most things can when it's not done properly or in moderation. Yes,
hey,
Mike.
Doc. Hey, Doc. Did you become how violent with you, Doc? How much did you end up trying to take situations in your own hands during violence?
With children?
No, with just people.
That's like saying speaking Russian and English. It's a whole different
No.
world.
Where was your anger built from?
Mine wasn't from discipline at home. I didn't have that kind of experience. So mine was probably from racism in school. I was the only black person in my grade. That's probably why I'm here now in African American studies.
Gotcha.
Like that's mine. But this is the thing. Those cartoons like Tom and Jerry, when you see a little mammy character spanking on the butt and all that, that's different than a parent abusing a child. And we can't conflate the two. I don't think it's fair for parents that have all these rules and structures and give free pats on the butt or send for. You can't put them in the same category as somebody who's punching kids in the face.
Dog, a pat on the butt doesn't make you learn anything. What makes you learn something is actual dialogue.
So when people say
that pop in the mouth there wake you up though.
A hard head makes us all behind, right? Like a hard head makes us all behind.
Here goes the bullshit. A hard head makes us all. That's not what changes anything. You don't learn what's wrong. What you learn is when somebody teaches you what you really did was wrong, and somebody talks to you and says, "Listen, this is what you did wrong." Smacking me in the face or any type of physical abuse makes no sense
to you, and I'm okay with that. But to say that it makes no sense in society and in the world, I think is overly simplifying and idealistic. Or else we wouldn't have any jails, Mike. We just talk.
No, what's oversimplification?
People.
You know what the oversimplification? The oversimplification is the easiest thing to do is put your hands on somebody. That's the easiest, dumbest thing to do. That's
we agree there. We agree there.
So that's not what should
we agree
be
there.
Done.
What we don't agree with is every time somebody tries to use discipline, they're wrong. We agree that the easy
Why would physical assault be right? Why would ever physical assault be right?
You keep saying assault. We're not talking about assault. We're having two different conversations.
Oh, a tap on the bottom. When did you get a tap on the bottom?
Corrective discipline, yes, those kind of measures.
When did you get a tap on the bottom?
So you're saying
a tap on the bottom.
It could be something as simple as walking. I remember I've seen kids walk in the street when they're not supposed to. The parent will grab them, smack them hand, or be like, I said don't strike the street. And I know what the parent's doing. The parent's not trying to hurt the child. The parent's not trying to traumatize them. The parent wants
what was your physical discipline? What was your physical discipline?
We did a little Hot Wheels track, little belt, little Hot Wheels track.
I'm done.
But I'm from that generation where I know it was different. I know that my relationship with my parents and discipline is very different than my mother's and her grandmother's. Her grandmother was, first of all, that's pre-crack. That's when you didn't even see women outside without like their hair done. You didn't see bonnets back then. Like there's a whole lot of ways that people were behaving in terms of gender roles and parental roles that just didn't exist.
No, you're not supposed.
When I was a child, it was falling apart. You would see 50-year-old women outside with a bonnet in an alley doing all kind of manner of evil. Like you didn't see that during my that's not. Those aren't those. All right, but those aren't the women that raised my mother. So I know something changed. I'm part of the changed generation. But for me to say nobody that ever spanked somebody is right, no, I can't do that. Just
it's not your. It's so crazy that you use the word spank.
People do that with everything, Mike. They say, "Oh, it's not good because it didn't work out for me." It could be joining a Greek organization. It could be, dating out inside your race or outside, right? People say, "Oh, it didn't work for me, so this is how it is for everybody. They're all gold diggers." No, they're not all. You had a bad experience. We accept your experience, your perspective. We thank you for sharing, but you can't superimpose your experience on everybody else and say, "I had a terrible experience with this," so it's totally wrong for the whole.
Shawnee, did you get beat? Did you get beat, Shawnee?
I didn't get beat,
but what did you get?
Not like what you talking about.
I didn't get spankings. I might have got 4 spankings my whole life, but as I became a teenager, where the problem came. So when I wouldn't do something that my mom wanted, she would hit me, and that for me was a problem. When I got a little bit older,
she would hit you.
I got about 22, yeah.
Yeah, she balled up her fist.
Your turn, Bo.
So for me, and again, I think that there's a level of balance. As myself, is that the first thing I do for my child? No, I try to give him the basic tenements, talk to him, explain to him what he's not supposed to do. If he's done something to where I know it's detrimental to his health or his well-being, put your hands out. Because I need you to feel that so you know that no, this is real, this is more serious than the other. Do I do that all the time? No. So there are times when, yes, I need for him to understand it. No, it's not about talking. Mom's not talking. I need those hands. So you don't do that right there anymore, because that right there can hurt you, harm you, or take your life. I've never punched my child in the chest. Have I gotten punched in the chest before? Yes. But I do understand that I had very young parents who didn't know they didn't know what they were doing. They were out here in the world by themselves, raising children, trying to make ends meet. And I'm not saying everybody's situation is the same. But yes, in today's time, we can consider that abuse. I know the difference between a butt whooping and abuse.
Y'all go ahead.
I think why it's done is important too.
I don't think it should be the go-to every time. No,
definitely not. But if I see my son doing something that he can go out in this society and do and get killed for, we gotta have a black man conversation. Because a lot of people be talking, we gotta talk. We black men. There's things that we can do if we don't know that we need to watch ourselves and how we talk to people, that we could die. If we give the Mike Brown response, we might end up like Mike Brown. So if I'm raising a young black man and I need to grab his ass up and let him know, you don't talk like that out there. You don't do that. When you look, yes. And if you need to get popped, I'm gonna pop you before they pop you. They're gonna pop you with pistols. I might pop you with the back of my hand. So no, there's an element of it we need to include in the conversation where it's like, let's not act like we can have these. Oh yeah, let's have a conversation, a little Malik. And when the cops stop you, make sure you respond very politely, man. Listen,
I think that we're forgetting that one point that I did bring up earlier before you came on, that a lot of times people beat their kids out of their own frustration, but we also want to touch on the fact that it's done out of fear too. Fear for their lives, fear for them getting entangled into something that may cost them their life. So, I mean, you know, there's a lot of different directions on this topic.
And I say this because I've seen 20, 30 years of what we call discipline, but we don't have dialogue. Mm-hmm. And everybody's result is, you know what? You did something wrong, and I'm going to save you from yourself. I'm going to tell you that you should never commit this crime ever again. So I'm going to impose on you this physical situation, which helps nothing.
That's what jail is, Mike. That's exactly what jail is.
Exactly.
So nobody should be in jail? I don't know.
What, Dr. Smith, I'm saying, like, you're giving me the
You're saying nobody should be in jail either?
Yes, I'm saying, what I'm saying is that a kid goes to jail and gets the same results as he did with his father. And I'm saying the dialogue, we literally are so impatient that because we don't have, like in a lot of cases, we don't have the capability to having this conversation and going, dude, what you did was disrespectful. I can punch you in your face right now. I can.
That's abuse. Yeah, so can we all agree that is abuse? That goes beyond chastising.
Can I finish?
Go ahead, Mike.
First of all, Dr. Smith, you're really full of shit right now because you know how our dads were and how aggressive they were. And I'm saying
I never got punched in my face or nothing like that.
No, I can either. But you wanted to punch people in the face.
Yeah, but not my kids. Like I ain't punching the kids in the face ever. That's abuse. I'm not saying it like that is abuse.
I'm done.
Punching kids in the face is always abuse.
Okay, got it. Punch them in the chest is cool.
Sometimes,
yeah. I got it.
I'm Team J Black with that one.
No, I got it.
No, I don't want to say
this is the ridiculous bullshit I'm talking about. Punching him in the chest is cool. In the face is bad.
Yes.
Got it. I'm done.
I'll never forget the time where I was acting like I was paying the rent and talking a little too much like a man simply because I had some hair on my genitals and my chest. And a lot of guys have this experience where a man of the house will say, if you want to be around here acting like a man, I'm gonna treat you like a man. And I needed that kind of check-in. I need somebody to be like, yo, bro, I don't care how much you grow.
He just happened to land
a punch. It might have spared my life.
He happened to land a punch.
No, I didn't even get punched. I stopped before the punch came.
But if I punch you in the chest, it's 5 inches below your chin. My bad.
Yeah, big difference.
I know. That's a big difference.
Hitting somebody in the face is very different than hitting them in the chest.
Gotcha.
Many people agree.
So I don't agree.
If you punch me in my chest, I'm taking it the same disrespectful way. Like my thing is, there's a problem before you get to the throwing of the punch in the chest or the face. There's a problem before that. There's a dialogue that needs to happen before that. Do you understand? There's a problem before you get to that level.
I'm saying both, Mike. I'm saying both and. I'm not saying anything against.
No, you taking every side of the argument. If you punch me in the chest, it's cool. If it's in the face, it's bad.
There's steps to this. I'm going to talk to you. If you keep doing what you're doing, then I'm not going to talk to you.
But if a parent,
at some point, we're not talking. I don't know why that's like a foreign concept. I'm going to give you. Police do it. Levels of engagement with escalating.
Police do it. Police do it, Dr.
Everybody
Smith.
does it. Everybody who does discipline.
You're going to compare your parenting to police?
Anybody who deals with any level of discipline.
The people that you complain about the most, you're going to you're gonna really compare parenting to police.
In that regard, yes, Mike. You start by talking. You start by talking. If talking doesn't work, you talk more firmly. If talking firmly doesn't work, you might yell. Then you might take away a toy or a privilege. Then you might say you're punished. You can't go outside for a while. If this behavior persists, despite that escalation of type of discipline, then yes, you might get popped. Why is that foreign? That yes, Mike, it escalates. You didn't listen to the talking, so now we're not talking. You got punished for a day, now it's a weekend, now it's a week. What is confusing about this?
Because
if you didn't listen to any of this, we might try something else.
Because it hasn't, because you know what, Dr. Smith? It hasn't worked. It hasn't worked.
We haven't done that. We've gone straight to punching like
no, it hasn't worked. No. They've done the tapping. It hasn't worked, Dr. Smith.
According to who?
According to
millions of people thankful for the discipline they received.
So where did it work at, Dr. Smith? Where did it work? Where did it work? Did it work for us? Did it work?
I know a lot of people that I just said it saved my life.
No.
If I didn't have a father in my house letting me know how men have a limit, I'd be in a different situation right now.
Dr. Smith.
My dad let me know, I love you and all, but there's certain things that ain't gonna happen or you're gonna have a physical problem. And that gave me a lesson without even having to touch me.
And Dr. Smith, me and you, after that, pushed the limit, and we were lucky with God.
Those are times I didn't listen to my dad. Those are times I didn't reflect on the discipline lessons. I went my own way, got into
did it work?
situations.
Did it work?
Yes. When I remembered that discipline.
How did it work if you didn't listen?
It doesn't mean you always do everything right. That's not
okay,
the
so it didn't work
like that. You can't say if you're not a perfect person and don't make mistakes, then your parents didn't do the right thing. There's a lot of parents who do all the right things and their kids still mess up completely, Mike. Like, stop, don't do that. Don't do that to parents, because parents already feel all guilty.
So if you're already, so what is physical confrontation did if it didn't work? We still
just
wild
because
out.
somebody doesn't take heed doesn't mean you didn't do the right thing.
But Dr. Smith, we still wild out even after somebody was physical with us. What I'm saying is it did not work. It didn't work with me. It didn't work with you. You still did wild shit.
And
even
people who got dialogue still did wild stuff too, Mike. That doesn't mean the talking's bad either. Everything you suggested, there's people who had that happen and still got locked up and became serial killers.
You got
all these school shooters.
Serial killers.
They should never be kids. A lot of these school shooters never got spankings.
You're right.
A lot of these school shooters who can't take getting bullied and want to kill people are not the type that got the abuse or the discipline that we're talking about, Mike. These young white kids from the suburbs didn't get what either of us got.
I'm talking about us.
Little Timmy,
first of all, it's convenient when you always go to the white thing. It's convenient. I'm talking about us. No. I'm talking about us. Us.
The reason why I'm not a school shooter, serial killer, can't take getting bullied in large measure is due to the discipline I received. I don't want to kill people because I got bullied. Like, that doesn't do that. The kids that do that are the ones who got less discipline, it seems. Overwhelmingly, Mike. Overwhelmingly,
hey,
the
Dr.
people
Smith,
who
how close? Dr. Smith, how
is that
close?
True or not?
How close? No, I'm going to tell you what's true. No, I'm going to tell you what's true.
Do you agree?
No, I'm going to tell you what's true. How close were me and you to doing 15 years in jail?
Well, I've been close so many times.
How close were me and you?
But it's because I didn't.
So
listen
don't
to
bring don't bring the white people up. We're not talking about white people. We're talking about us.
Okay, forget color. People who don't discipline their children are the ones who end up creating the type of children who are more likely to shoot up schools and want to kill for getting bullied, Mike. It's a different set of problems.
How is that? How is that?
Look where
How is that? Where do you come to that conclusion?
Because you can watch the stories. They write manifestos.
What stories? We're talking once again, we're talking about me and you.
But you can't take two people's personal experience and superimpose it on the world.
We're having a conversation
and
about
one of us thinks it's good, Mike, and one of us doesn't. That just shows there's difference of opinion with this.
My thing is, you go into this whole other thing
because you tried to say that people who messed up are the ones who got spankings. And I'm saying just as many f-ups got dialogue.
All I'm saying is
just as many f-ups got dialogue as spankings.
All I'm saying, stop with don't bring any. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
I think that discipline.
Okay.
Good.
And your discipline was good, and everything was like that. And yet,
no. I say I don't agree with both those statements. They're two different statements. Me agreeing that my discipline was good might be different than me agreeing that discipline is good. I might not have agreed that my parents did it the best way or the right way, but I still agree that that's a necessary part of parenting or benefit.
So you think physically And I'm asking, you think somebody physically assaulting you helped you?
Keep saying assaulting. I think spanking.
It is a physical assault.
Spanking.
It is what it is. If you punch me, grab me, slap me, beat me, that's a physical assault.
Include spanking then. Just say spanking. If the word don't matter, say spanking.
Spanking is a bullshit word. Spanking is the cute word of hangover. A hangover, all y'all people say, oh, I had a hangover. No, a hangover is a cute word for feeling like you're dying the next day. So a spanking is somebody physically assaulting you.
No,
that's what a spanking is.
Somebody grabbing a
5-year-old. Somebody grabbing a 5-year-old and spanking them on the ass is an assault. Point blank.
We disagree. That's a spanking.
No, but you can disagree all you want.
No,
but if
anybody, you don't talk about me and you. I disagree.
And I'll disagree with this. If somebody grabbed your kid and you weren't the parent and they did that to your kid, you would charge them with assault.
Yeah, because they're not the parent, Mike.
Exactly, but it's the same action. It's the
context,
same action.
Mike, context is important.
And nobody's smacking you. Dr. Smith,
if somebody went and kissed my woman that wasn't me, it'd be a problem. Yes, because it's not me, Mike.
Doctor,
if somebody spent my money that wasn't me, it'd be robbery. Because it's not me, Mike. If it's me, it's different.
Can you define chastising versus beating or assault?
Dr. Smith, you are somebody who teaches people stuff.
And you said don't bring anybody else into it. Then the next thing you did was bring somebody else there. Somebody else does it.
Dr. Smith, you are somebody who teaches people education. What I'm saying is, anytime somebody put their hands on me, they taught me nothing.
No, it's not any time. If you're about to step into a street and somebody grabs us up, then they're saving your life. Context is important, Mike.
I said somebody grabbing me physically and disciplining me.
And what is your definition of the discipline? I think that's
any physical thing that you used without speaking to me.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody says put your hands out and smash your hands like Mo said, they assaulted you?
I don't agree with that.
No, I'm saying, but that's an assault? You think that's an assault?
Yeah, it is. And the problem is that that's how aggressive we become. Off of when we're kids, somebody says put your hands out and they smack your hands.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so disrespectful because it's like, I don't even know what I really did.
So then there's the piece that was missing for you is that no one talked to you about why they were doing what they were doing and why what you did was wrong. So I'm just listening and it just seems like there was no talking to you or explaining to you. It was just a physical beat down.
Mo, every man, and I'll say this, and I know Dr. Smith is going to kill me. Every dude that I was raised with had a dad who came at them and was like, I'm going to physically let you know why you shouldn't do something. And then we rolled on, and then we went, and then we started showing people how we're going to physically let you know why what you did to me was wrong. And there was never a dialogue on the reason why before I'm not putting my hands on you. I'm trying to tell you what's wrong and what you did was wrong. I had to punch my dad in the fucking face because I'm not going to take somebody putting their hands on me. Because it's the ultimate disrespect in this world is somebody grabbing you and doing anything physical. I don't care if you're 5. I don't care if you're 10. I don't care if you're 17. It's just amazing that your dad can put his hands on you when you're 12, but then when he tries it when you're 22, all of a sudden it's different. It's different because now you know as a 22-year-old, you're not touching me, my dude. You're not touching me. And nothing that you taught me with your physical discipline taught me shit. You didn't teach me a goddamn thing because you didn't talk to me. You didn't explain to me what I was doing was wrong and what it was going to do for me in the future.
If that was done, would that have had a good effect? If the explanation is
my God.
So we can have dialogue and spankings then.
No, you don't have to touch me. You don't have to beat me. Do you understand, Dr. Smith? You do not have to beat me.
I was asking if they did both. If they did both and with you. If they did.
No, you don't have to beat. You don't have to make me to a point. You don't have to hit me to the point where when I grow up, when somebody flinches, I want to kill them.
Yeah, not to that point, but should they be able to spank at all? Could there be a physical element with dialogue and explanations?
Why? Yes. If you choose that, yes. I have never touched. I have never touched any three of my daughters ever because I think
that's a difference too. We all agree that's a difference.
But I think that is the most disrespectful thing.
We agree that gender plays a role, Mike. We all say that.
If I had a son, I wouldn't smack him.
I think men and women are different.
But dog, if I had a son, I would not smack him.
I mean, my father never
degrading.
physically hit me with his hand, but I did get. Yeah, I got spanked on the butt with my dad's belt. Like, no question about it. And that's just what it was. But again,
by my dad,
yeah, but in terms of the other things, my dad would never, and he never struck me in my face or punched me in my chest or anything. But that's my experience. And when I could tell you to this day, I can still feel the warmth of the belt. That was something I was like, you know what? I ain't doing that shit because I already know what kind of heat is going to come to me. So for me, in my experience, yes, my dad talked. He talked before and he talked after. And it was like, I love you. That hurt me more than it hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the infamous.
That's another one. I knew Michael.
But you know what? Because I know how my father feels about his girls. I know that it was tough for him to physically chastise us. I know that. But when I tell you, did I turn out to be a better person for that? Now, I ain't talking about my mom calling me all those bitches and stuff back in the day or gripping me up the way she did. Because again, in her house, discipline looked different than what it did in my father's house.
So speak on that.
Who, my mom?
Yes.
My mom was 14 years old. Okay, so you have to think.
And abusing you with dialogue. Just know you said the words she's using. Abusing you with dialogue. So dialogue could be abusive too. A dialogue could be assault too. Just because you talking don't mean you're not abusing.
No, why don't we learn from this?
So that I don't call my son out of his name.
No, I get
I'm not talking about those are things. So I think that, and I'm not saying that I'm a perfect person when it comes to chastising or correction. And I'm a damn behavioral therapist. I should be the first person to say, don't ever touch the child physically. But I do understand the purpose and the timing of sometimes physical chastising. It's very different from beating or assaulting my child. I don't consider that assault.
If you're touching your child, you're doing the same thing you do when you're training your dog. When you hit your dog, you're doing the same techniques. You're doing the same.
We talk to our dogs too. We talk to our dogs here, boy. Fetch, boy, sit down. Like that don't mean we value our children.
I didn't abuse my dog either.
But you know what?
I said I didn't abuse my dog either. I would pop my dog on the butt if he did something wrong.
So you pop. So what we're saying is that you pop the dog and you pop your kid and you do the same situation.
A lot of people roll up newspaper and then all that with dogs.
Yeah, but I'm telling you. So I don't want to get too much into behavior modification and the behavioral analysis and those types of things because we could be here all day, right? I'm not going into the whole conditioned response and all of that. I'm not going.
I know the conditioned response. Behavioral science will tell you on how a white man told you that is something that you should do.
That's not where I'm going with this. I'm just saying, for me and my experience, there's a big difference between physical chastising, and I do agree with what Dr. Smith said when he did make the point of that there are levels to correction, whether it's talking, taking away desired items.
You know how they do that?
For me in my house, physical chastising.
But you do know scientists do the same thing to hamsters, right? You do know that. They do the same thing to hamsters.
Y'all never watched Dr. Phil?
For what?
Have y'all ever seen Dr. Phil in all them episodes where the kid is smacking the parents and cursing the parents out? Putting stuff up in the house? Like, y'all never seen that? Like, don't like we gotta stop acting like the kids are always just gonna do what they do. I've seen videos and shows where the kids are smacking the parents, tearing up the house, and I know ain't no strong father figure or disciplinarian of any gender up in that space. And every time they talk to the parents, they see a part of the problem is with this to the other side too far, where it's like I try to tell them no, and I try.
Hey
to
Mo, let me ask you something, Mo. Let me ask you Mo something.
Mm-hmm.
If you had never been spanked,
mm-hmm.
you would have been a worse person today.
I'm not saying that because
I just want to know if you had never been spanked, and you had never been grabbed,
mm-hmm.
and you had never been cursed at,
mm-hmm.
and you had never been called out your name.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you would have been a worse?
You can't throw all that in the same bucket, Mike. You got to separate the good stuff from the bad stuff.
What you don't like, Dr. Smith, is that you want to grab
onto stuff. You threw it all in one bucket, Mike.
Okay.
You said call out your name.
Okay,
Who's better than me calling out their name?
If you had never been spanked, do you think you would have been a worse person?
So in hindsight, I would say that being physically chastised saved me from a lot of things that I watched my friends go through who had very lenient parents.
Like what?
Who never, and I don't want to call out no names because I'm friends with some of them on social media, but a lot of them didn't turn out so well. The ones who I'm not saying job wise. No, I'm not talking about financial. I'm just talking about just the way that they are character wise, mm-hmm. who they are towards other people, how they are to society and society.
Okay,
period.
Well, give me an example. Mm-hmm. Don't be
for me. It was jail, teen pregnancy, disrespect of elders primarily.
Were you ever pregnant? Answer. Well, go ahead, Dr. Smith, because I know you want to run off. For me, it was everything that you just said. Give it one at a time, mm-hmm. and then Mo, you answer mm-hmm. it honestly, because we're really gonna get funky right now.
I'm saying for me. I'm not talking about anybody.
No. I want everything.
But my friends that weren't chastised, mm-hmm. I noticed, especially when it came to how they engaged adults outside, no home training. I could mm-hmm. tell. Ain't nobody.
Dr. Smith, you got this. Did you go to jail? After you got this, did you go to jail?
Mike, guess what? I've been locked up before.
Okay.
Does that mean that it has no attribute to the fact that
where is the
my
improvement?
Parent?
Where's the improvement?
See, you're making what? Let me say this. You're generalizing this as one holistic experience. I'm saying what you're just saying to me. You're generalizing it into one experience. I've had multiple experiences where, you know what, I thought about it. I thought about what my parents did, or look, I didn't want to catch that heat, and I didn't go that route. But it doesn't mean that what they did was right or wrong.
Can you give me the wrong things that you did? Can you give me the wrong things that you did? Because you had this upbringing that you're saying stopped you from doing stuff. So can you give me the wrong things that you did?
But I want to also point out that my parents also talked to me. You're not listening to that aspect. My parents didn't just haul off and beat my ass and never had any conversation with me.
That. I didn't.
No, I'm prefacing.
Okay, but you said
answer with that.
But I'm prefacing and saying that you said it stopped you from doing.
Yes,
stuff.
It did.
So why didn't it stop you from doing the wrong things that you can tell me that you did?
Because in life, guess what? As we grow and we mature and we go off into this world, we don't always have that sounding board of our parents.
But why?
Listen to what I'm saying. But I'm answering you. I'm actually answering you, Mike.
You're not, because you're not telling me what you did.
You just said, why would you go out? Did you always go out and did you do things?
That wasn't the question. That wasn't the question.
Restate your question, Mike. Because you've asked multiple questions.
No,
but I'm saying
I was very clear on this.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
You said I was very clear. I was very absolutely clear.
Okay.
You said it stopped me from doing things.
Yes.
Because I got beat. So why?
No, see, you are making a generalized. Go ahead. I'll let you finish in totality. Go ahead.
I didn't even finish the question.
Go ahead, Mike.
You said it stopped you from doing things.
What stopped me from doing things? You're saying
you said your discipline made you think twice.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, so you did do wrong things.
Mm-hmm. Of course, I'm not a perfect person.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So now so what was it that you did and why did you do them if the discipline was so effective?
So I won't say that it's just the fact that why did I do things? Because I'm not a perfect person. That's one. Number two, as you get older, you always, I don't know any adult or young adult who hasn't ventured off and not listened to the sounding board of their parents and decided to go their own route. But as a child, yeah, I that was always replaying in the back of my mind. I didn't want to get in trouble, or I listened. I was like, okay, even if I didn't have the biggest or broadest understanding of what my parents tried to teach me or tell me what not to do, I still had that. Whatever it is, I ain't doing it because I don't want to be in trouble.
Okay. So my question was, when you get older, somebody smacking you or spanking is not going to change what you do at 19 or 20. If they talk to you and they actually let you know and you have a dialogue. See, you got to understand.
So there goes my theory of what I explained to you, Mike. I had balance in my house. My parents weren't picking up things and hitting me or punching me in my chest and things like that. And that was the only form of discipline all the way up until I was older. That wasn't my experience. I'm sharing my experience with you and saying, yes, the things that my parents, the way that my parents were strict and the rules and the things that the structure from my household did save me from a lot of things.
Okay, yes. So spanking you stopped you from doing what?
I just want in the most basic and simplistic.
All I want is an example of what it stopped you in life. And if you were really, and I just want to say this, if we're really honest, the dilemmas that we went through in life, spanking us didn't change or stop us from doing anything, because we've all been arrested. We've all had pregnancies. We've all had abortions. We've all gone through all this stuff.
Most of mine was when I was outside the house, though, I got to admit. I've been in situations with people who had a choice to make, and I've literally heard people say, nah, yo, my parents would kill me. I've heard that. Like, if
but you had the parents and it didn't stop you.
Less than right?
Really, Dr. Smith, we're really gonna do this right now.
Yes, the more. I lived with my dad and without my dad. The time I was with my dad, I was more under control. When my dad left the house, less control. I was a little more out there.
So I know the difference.
When we were 24, when we're 24 years old, did a spanking change our decision making at 24?
No, because once you're grown, they say I've raised them the best I could. They have accountability and free will and choice. And I have to trust that the way I raised them. You still need a foundation. You still need a foundation.
I have my foundation.
That's my point.
I had my foundation.
Because a conversation with
let Mike finish that point. I don't know the point.
My point is a physical spanking did not change your thought process. What would have changed your thought process is somebody saying, when this happens, when this goes on in your life, this is what you have to think about. It's not about yes or no. It's about actually thinking about what you're about to get yourself into. The reason I'm not putting my hands on you, because I can put my hands on you and say, you shouldn't do this because you're stubborn. I'm smacking you because you're stubborn, or I'm spanking you because you're stubborn. What I'm trying to tell you is you got some stuff from me, my genes, that I know I do reckless stuff. And I want to tell you right now, son, that reckless behavior is not going to be what you want to go to. Me hitting you or me, and I'm saying this is not a guarantee that you're going to listen, but I'm telling you that physically, I'm not going to try and discipline you to stop doing something because it doesn't work.
I don't know why you keep saying that. Why are you saying it doesn't work? You said if somebody does something at 24. If you got dialogue and did something at 24, does that mean dialogue doesn't work?
First of all, the frontal lobe of your brain is not even developed at the time that you're talking about.
Why am I beating you then? Why am I beating you then?
Because you do your best, Mike. You lay the best foundation.
So when the frontal lobe doesn't work, then it works when I hit you.
So Mike, let me say this, and I'll say this to all parents, because I think that as parents, we're the hardest on one another. There's no manual to this parenting thing, right? So we do the best that we can with what we can to protect our children. And that's the bottom line at the end of the day. And sometimes we get it right, and sometimes we get it wrong.
And I'm going to tell you when getting it wrong is when you believe that if you actually physically touch them, that's going to change their behavior, because it does not.
What doesn't change behavior?
When you physically spank somebody, it's the most caveman thing ever. And if you research, you will understand.
I had years of research. I don't want to talk about research.
Ain't nobody. It's hamsters. You're treating kids like hamsters.
No.
And I will say this: when you talk to somebody, you're literally saying, "Listen, these are going to be the options in your life. These are going to be the options. I can hit you right now and grab you and spank you and be like, don't you do this again. Let me tell you why you shouldn't do this.
Do both.
No, you don't have to do both.
So when my son, in clear-cut example, when my son goes in the kitchen and he turns on the stove, and I say, you're not supposed to use the stove, right? But he goes in there and he turns the stove on again anyway. After I've said to him, do not turn on the stove. And he wants to take little paper things and throw it in the fire because he likes to see what it does, right? I lit his hands up. Give me your hands. Pop, 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 pop. You know why? Because I need for him to understand I'm talking to him, this is dangerous.
But that is but you do understand that is a different situation. And we're not.
Why is it a different situation?
But that's what I'm trying to explain to you. You're trying, from what I'm understanding from your perspective, is you think that physical chastising I've never had to do
because with my daughters, and I'm not going to get into it, and it is a different situation, and we know it's a different situation because when I explained to my daughters and I talked to them, they never did it again. But there are different circumstances that are at play.
So I have to do that. I have to do that with my daughter still. They still have to get popped after I've told you 3 times not to do something.
So it didn't work.
The talking didn't work. So we went
the popping didn't work either.
No, the pop worked because I talked to them first. I told them, hey, don't do that. Don't do that. But the minute I pop them, then it's okay. We're not going to do that no more.
And in parents' defense, there's some parents that do all the talking and the popping, and it still doesn't work. Because like Mo said, there's no manual.
There's no manual
and the children have free will. And let's not act like children don't like to test limits.
Yeah, and they little people.
Yeah, whatever boundary you set, they're going to go a little bit beyond that until they know or have a reason.
I'm going to tell all y'all parents something. All the popping in the world, there's going to be a certain point where they're going to look at you like, really?
But let's talk about age-appropriate discipline. Yes. Because when you're talking about age-appropriate discipline, you're not going to be telling your 16, 17-year-old, 18-year-old child, give me your hand.
Give me your.
So that's a different.
You going to pop the 17-year-old? You going to pop him?
So let's talk about it. That's a different. Listen, Mike, you have to listen. That's a different. We're talking about age-appropriate discipline.
Are you going to pop your 15 or 16-year-old?
So that's a different conversation. Because is that going to be effective?
I'm asking you.
Is that going to be effective in your household?
So you're going to pop your 15 or 16-year-old.
So I'm sorry to use you, Shawnee, as an example to answer this. But even with Shawnee, at a certain age, she stated that didn't work anymore. There needs to be a different level of discipline now for Shawnee because that didn't work anymore. That became a tumultuous relationship now. Because now I'm coming into my own womanhood, and I'm coming into my own mind, and I'm really exercising my free will now. So now you have to go back to the table and say, now how can I redirect this person? What's going to work for this person? What type of discipline is going to work for this person?
For this adult.
I'm taking away for this young adult. Now I'm taking away car keys. Because now you'll like that pop on the hand ain't working no more.
Shawnee said 22, right, Shawnee?
Well.
Yeah, well, for me, you talking about the issue with my mom? Yeah, it was 22 when I finally said.
But a lot of parents don't know when to stop, right? Let's be honest. A lot of parents might do something that's really good for a certain amount of time, but then they want to keep doing it when it's not time. I work at a college. I see every day these helicopter parents that want to visit 3 times a week from an hour away, and they're not allowing that natural progression of independence to take place. And I'm like, you got to know the balance. Yes, that worked at 10. That worked at 14. It might have been good when you sent them off, but now you have to let them fly at some point. If you ever watch Birds in a Nest, you understand the principle. You can't keep trying to fly for them and bringing them the food to the nest. At some point, you have to know when that part of your job is over, or when you have to go into a different phase of interaction with that person.
I didn't skip school. I didn't skip school. I wasn't out there screwing. It was a lot of things that I didn't do because in the back of my mind, I was like, I ain't skipping school. I definitely ain't wanting with my parents. I didn't want it with my parents.
For me, were the people who said, it's cool. My mom don't care.
My mom don't care.
The whole crew over drinking was the ones whose mom didn't care. My mom's cool. My dad don't live here. My mom works nights and she don't know. Like the less discipline and oversight, in my experience, were the children who ended up doing the Pinocchio Pleasure Island.
How about Mo? You probably wouldn't have skipped school even if somebody didn't put their hands on you.
So we're talking about discipline and the foundation and
listen. I'm done.
So I'm done. Can I finish my statement?
No, because I'm done.
Okay, you can be done, but will you allow me to speak and finish my
thought? For the last 7 minutes. Go ahead.
Will you allow me to finish my thought? Thank you very much. Okay, so
you're welcome. You're absolutely welcome.
So all I'm gonna say is everybody has their own experiences, and their own experiences shape your thoughts and your perspectives about things that go on in life. That's all I wanted to say. So it's not that, Mike, you're wrong in your perception, Dr. Smith or Shawnee or myself is wrong in their perception. It's just what we have experienced and what's come out of that experience. That's all I wanted to say.
And it's not just about discipline, because I know people who feel this way about money, right? I know people who have terrible experiences with poverty and different things, or have been abused economically, and their outlook on money is extremely negative. I've seen people who had sexual situations where their outlook on any type of interaction or attraction is skewed based on how they've experienced this type of subject. So I understand completely that it's not limited to parenting. You are shaped by your experiences in such a way that it can color the way you view appropriateness, effectiveness, or even if things have a place in the world. So I don't think it's just limited to this conversation. However it happened with you is how you're going to see it. And the only thing I always say is don't think that that's the way it is for everybody else. The same way it can be terrible for you, it can be a lifesaver for somebody else. I'm just saying allow other people to have the same passion and the same, advocacy for their experience and outlook as you would have. That's all. If you think it's terrible, I respect that. But you have to respect the people who say, without that, man, I don't know where I'd be. Probably locked up. Because there are people who feel that way too. I don't think anybody's wrong or right. I think it's just personal experiences. But when you're with somebody else and you're both parents and you operate on different sides of that spectrum, that's a different story, because I had that happen as well, where I believe in thinking if the woman I'm with is more like Mike, saying there's never a place for it, then it gets very complicated, because we have children to raise together. The child does something, and we're at odds with each other because of the way we feel like we could help the child.
No, but thank y'all for taking part. We should always do this on Tuesday, because Friday gets too serious. We should always. I think Dr. Smith should be on Tuesday and this is a needed conversation. Yes. It's a needed conversation. I just believe that the people on these squares would have been, in my opinion, incredible people without anybody touching them. That's what I believe. That's just my opinion. Just like you guys all said, we all have our opinion. I believe Mo would have been an incredible person without anybody ever grabbing her, ever spanking her, ever, because I know her soul and her heart. And I think it's just, in my opinion, I will never lay my hands, whether it be a boy or a girl, on my child, out of my frustration on not being able to explain to them what it is that's going on. Now, smacking on the hands, I get it, y'all. I understand. Smacking on the hands when they're 5 years old. All I know is I will speak personally. The turmoil that's going on in my life has been my dad being aggressive to me and not explaining to me why I was wrong. and just being able to be in their damn. It's simple as this. I'm just gonna punch you in the chest because you did this wrong, and you're like, but I honestly don't know what I did.
Because I said so. I'm against that one too. That's it.
And I'm not for the said so. So guess what? At 30-something years old, it had to be resolved. And what happened was after that, I translated that aggression into my relationships. I brought that into relationships with females from how my dad brought me up, which, hey, girl, you shouldn't be talking to him because I said so. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't be around them because I said so. And what I'm saying is when we use aggression and stuff like that, physical aggression, without talking to somebody, it just, for me, in my opinion, and you guys are 1,000% right in saying that's my opinion and checking me on that. There's certain times where I realize that growth spurt and that discipline led me to going into other aspects of my life, which was totally unfair and disrespectful, even to my fiance right now, Stacy. Based on that nonsense on, I can grab you to teach you a lesson. In my opinion, no, you can't. You should never be able to touch me. Ever. Simply because you want to prove a point to me. But, as I said, we should do this on Tuesdays and not Fridays. Okay.
Well, the only question now before I sign off, thank y'all for everything. And when's the wedding?
Everybody keeps saying it. That's
well,
on
he
Stacey.
said that I could plan it. I'm just waiting. I got my planner out. I'm
being real. I love wedding receptions, but sometimes it's like a rap battle. It's the backstory that means so much. I'm saying no, for real. When you got a backstory like this, it's that's one of the meaningful ones where it's like, yo, they went through a lot, man. Mike, yeah. And on top of that, the reception is going to be hella fun. So that
the reception, yeah.
I'm saying the combination team, I know we're all going to stay the whole time and party. And the fact that while y'all is up there doing vows, the whole place is going to be feeling it because they know the story. That's why I'm like, yo, when's the wedding? Like, you only live once. Life is short. Like, let's do this because
I'm excited.
And
that's a real overcoming story.
Mm-hmm.
And what's crazy is that I've always told Stacey, and okay, we're both stubborn people. So I honestly, there's a stubbornness. But I forgot that Mo can make this whole thing happen.
Yes. In the blink of an eye.
What you mean?
I honestly, Wait.
What can Mo make happen?
She can make a marriage
wedding.
Happen. She can make a wedding happen.
Okay, I even like
she can make a wedding happen. No, she can make a wedding happen.
Yes, I know that. I thought she was like a license or something to be joining people in matrimony or something. I said, what? Mo got another certification.
It's coming.
Well,
it's coming.
I have my.
She gonna plan the event and bring them together.
I have my certification to marry people.
Amen.
So you can marry people, Shawnee?
Yeah.
And I can host the reception.
Look at it. We got it.
Let's go, free.
Yes.
Let's go, free. Come into the stage. Put your hands together. Show your love. For the first time, introducing Mr. No, yeah, they go crazy. They go crazy.
Yeah. We got it. We got everything.
We're going to break cycles, break chains.
Amen.
We are done. It's Mike and Shawn, is Dr. Smith, is Sexy Mo, is Shawnee Scott, is Jay Black, had to go do what he had to go do. Everybody part of the show, thank y'all so much. Always download Media Room 360. And thank y'all for watching, supporting. We got to do this on Tuesday because Friday we should, we need a topic for us on Fridays that keeps us away from this nonsense.
This was needed.
It wasn't
real healthy dialogue.
This is the first time in probably like at least 10 years I thought about discipline and as a child.
Yes.
And I'm a parent, so that's important for parents to think back to when they were children because I think that's when you start to make those changes.
If you're watching, who's the bitch now? I'm just joking.
All right, let's close it out with that.
We got to end on it.
Shawn and the Takeover Legend, when the truth hurts.
Come on, baby, caffeine. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
I'ma tap in for sure.
Tap in.
You got a drink in your hand, put your drinks out. You got a drink in your hands with your drinks up. You got real hair. Don't say a goddamn thing. All right, y'all. Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, and understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. So enjoy every minute, every second, and you fight for everything in life. Parking spots, Black Friday. Fight for your happiness. Never let somebody take that away from you. It's Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends.